A very warm welcome back to West Ham Unofficial. Hope you are all well and you join me for the annual show where anything could happen and I know nothing about it. It is my birthday show, but it's a little bit different this year, isn't it? It's the transition from, well, nearly an adult to an adult. Not till Monday, but my birthday is on Monday where I turn 18. So I become an adult and I'm on the same level as the guests, which I'm about to bring in, which is mildly amusing. But before we get to that, hello to everybody. I mean, there's a couple of sarcastic comments in the chat already, but thank you very much for the happy birthdays. You've got to put a clip up of your first show. Now, I can see some nodding of heads at the bottom of my screen here, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. That's not my favorite thing, but I feel like it will probably happen at some point. Right, let's see what else we got. 18, I demand a recount. So do I. I feel old. Do you know what? I said to them before we came on, I said, I feel proper old, which made them feel even older, which is amusing. Miss Hammerette, thanks for joining us. I hope you are, well, nearly old enough to buy me a beer going out on Monday night, and you will best believe I will not be paying for one alcoholic drink. That is for sure. Nearly. Happy birthday, Jay Woods. Thank you very much indeed for joining us. So just a quick recap on what happens tonight. I don't know. I've got 3 guests waiting in the wings. That's a stupid saying because there's no wings involved. They're just sat there. But I've got 3 guests joining me. And then after that, anything and anybody could appear. So strap yourselves in for 2 hours of fun and beautiful conversation about how amazing I am. So without further ado, let's get that going with Nigel, Gary and Larry. How are we, gentlemen?
We're all good.
Good.
I'm fine. As long as I haven't got to talk about you for half an hour. I'm fine.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get a barf bag or something.
Honestly. Well, I mean, you know, I'm battling a sore throat tonight to come on here and do this. You know, I've had real...
The struggle is real, Jake. The struggle is real.
And struggle, you know, I've had to got a drink and I've had to get some chocolate and I'm going to battle my way through it, all right?
Now you're 18, I want you to go over stars like Nigel's. You got to go over stars like Nigel's now you're 18.
I half expected, now he's going to be 18, for him to switch the camera on and him turn up with a full beard.
Well,
obviously.
Well, you know.
You just had to cat lick that one off, haven't you?
See,
yeah, over the window, it blew off Nigel.
This is what it gets reduced down to, right? It's nearly my 18th birthday, a nice chat, and within 30 seconds of you all being on here, you know, I get it all taken out of me. I mean, come on. Have you not got one good word to say about me, any of you?
No.
Yeah, you always have some. You always have some great guests on. I know that.
I'm finding it hard to actually say anything good.
This is going to be a long 2 hours, and thank God you're only here for half an hour of it. I'm only joking. Right, a couple more comments. Happy birthday. Thank you very much indeed, Jay. Kyle as well. You can have your first legal drink. Indeed, first legal drink. That will be fun on Monday. And then when we go to football, Gary, Mike, Nigel can all buy me a pint. So that's good, isn't it?
Oh, Lord.
You need to buy you half and you'd be half cut.
So Jake, what's going to be your first? What's going to be your first legal drink then, mate?
Oh, a pint of some sort of cider. I can't quite hack the lager yet.
Oh, Lordy.
Cider.
It will probably be.
Larry's already on it by the look of it.
Yeah, he is, isn't he? Yeah. And I just like to specify, I have got
a little bit of bourbon.
I've got squash. Yeah, Thatcher's Gold will probably be my first drink. You know, I mean, I am from Somerset after all, so it'd be a bit rude not to, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it certainly would.
But there we are. Well, I mean, at least we've received some good news today, guys, that Callum Wilson is signing for West Ham United. What's better, my birthday or Callum Wilson signing for West Ham?
Might as well sign Jack Wiltshire.
Your birthday.
100%.
Cider is the right answer in Somerset. Oh, absolutely. But yeah, well, I mean, I put a video up about it a little earlier on. Callum Wilson, imminent as well. I think X did the emoji, so it might actually have been announced at 7 o'clock. I'm not sure, but we are expecting it very soon. Another injury-prone old player to add to our big collection that we've had over the years, guys.
We always do it, don't we? We always buy them when they're past their sell-by date. It's just the thing. like Ian Wright. Do you remember when we bought him? And Ilo Future. And, they were always already done. But
Nigel Winterburn, Stuart Pearce, Pablo Zabaleta. The list goes on and on.
I thought Callum Wilson. I've always really liked him as a footballer. I thought he was a really good player. But I thought we just got him too low. We should have signed him when he was decent. But he might surprise us, you know.
Thing is, Nigel, we are in August now. We haven't addressed one problem of our team from last season. Not one.
Nope, not it. And that's the problem right now. And this is what scares me. I saw your chat, your quick thing of Jake, and I liked it. And what I said was, this scares me because if we're signing him in, that means I don't know if we have any projected signings that are even close now. I mean, and for me, you know, if Fulkrug's going to stay healthy and stuff like that and be our starting striker, I like to keep Marshall on the bench and see what he has. If that's what we got, we get this guy and he's freaking, how old is he? Like 34, 33?
33, yeah.
It's ridiculous. We're going backwards on this stuff. So we haven't addressed our midfield, which is slow as heck. And then our goalie now, and it looks like Ariola's regressed. So we need a goalie that can not make stupid mistakes and can get the ball up the pitch actually to our team and not the opponents. So we haven't addressed the issues, like you said. It's frustrating.
Well, I mean, I look at it and think Callum Wilson's 33 years old, and you know, Monday that's going to be what 210. That's, you know, he's only 15 years older than me, and I'm here slagging off how old he is. Like,
Oh Lord, it had to go back to his birthday. Golly.
well, it is my birthday show after all. We got to get a bit of football chatting, and then we can go back to talking about me. But Nigel, you wanted to interject?
Yeah, did you all watch the game the other night when
Yeah.
Marshall started? Did you not think he looked really half decent? He's making good runs. Do you not
Speedy.
think that if we had the second string team on in the second half, which could put the ball through, do you know, I'm giving him a decent service, that he would have done better? Because we had
good chance.
He just didn't seem to give him the ball.
First couple of minutes, he could have scored.
He's making runs.
Yeah, I like him.
It seems
That
like, I mean, to be
first-
fair,
yeah.
I'll be honest, I haven't watched a minute of these American games, but it seems like, from me, it seems like the youth and Bowen are standing out, and then everybody else is just as remarkably average as normal. I mean, in the first game we had that Fearon, was it in midfield, who seemed to excel, and Pop seems to be getting a lot of plaudits as well. So we've got those options there, but yeah, isn't it overwhelmingly concerning? Go on.
Fearon played 10 minutes, Jake. That's all he played. And
Yeah.
Potts did half an hour, half on Wednesday, and then he did a bit on Saturday as well.
That first
Yeah,
half we looked really shaky
we can't
defensively.
expect these two young lads to come in and save us. We need some
No.
quality in midfield. That's what we need.
They
And
need
it's
the season
depressing.
to
It's our
They all
10th
need
season.
season in the first team. They need
Yeah.
to get used to the pace and the Premiership, and like that's what they need. But you know that could mess us up. Do you know what I mean? If we start, but what do? You got to start sticking them in, haven't you?
Yeah.
Should have and last season was when we should have done it.
Absolutely. Right, let's take some comments before we move on. Did we sell Ian Wright to Celtic? Did that actually
Yes,
happen?
we did.
Was that what happened? Wow.
Yes, we did. Yeah.
Wow, there we are. Hammers Football TV, thank you very much indeed for joining us, and thank you for your birthday wishes. I'm personally happy that we haven't been linked with everybody this summer. As long as we do get some signings. Sorry, the other positive seems to be the youth players are looking okay and hungry. Hungry. That's the point we just addressed. But we need to find a balance of having good young players, but also getting the sufficient signing through the door of first team players to balance that out. But we'll see. We'll see. The big German looks about. I mean, to be fair, there's been a lot of like social media coverage of Fulkrug and seems to be getting involved and seems to be looking rather better than he did last season. So hopefully he can excel alongside Callum Wilson with a combined age of about 70.
You never know, do you? You never know. He might. Some players just come into a team and they're a perfect fit and they just click and they hit the ground running. And Fulkrug is, if you watch him, he's actually a very good player in the way he links up the play. But we've never used a forward, so he's having to come ever so deep to get the ball. But when he lays the ball off and he can win the ball in the air, he looks really decent. And he has got an eye for goal. There's no doubt about it if you can get him in the right positions. But Wilson, they could come in, they could click, and it could all happen. Look at McAvenny and Cotty. Do you remember when we didn't know there was going to be such a dynamic duo, did we? And they just came in and they clicked and everything, everything.
Frank
worked.
McEwen was 25 and Tony Cotton was 21 or something at the time. That's the difference.
That is
Yeah,
very
very
true.
true. Very true. Well, I mean, I'm just thinking 2 weeks to the 2nd now. I'll just be getting back into Newcastle Airport, ready to fly home after Sunderland away. Now, will it be a positive start to the season? We need to get some players in. Ideally, realistically, quick fire before we move on. How many signings do you think we'll make in the next 2 weeks? Not
One.
including Callum Wilson. So
I think we'll get
Callum
that
Wilson
goalie.
signed.
I think we'll
Yeah,
get that
goalie,
that goalie from Asia, whatever his name is. I forget.
Yeah, the
But I think
Brazilian guy, Victor.
well, I thought we're linked to him too, but that would be great. But we're linked to I think we're going to get the Asian guy. I know the Brazilian they had it too. We had 2 Brazilians. I think there was a goalie and there was someone else. I think on that they had that. But I think I'd be happy with 2. But we need a freaking midfielder, man.
Yeah, we do.
A pacey midfielder. And going back to the Marshall thing, and not to say that, but he had great pace that first half on Wednesday. He's got that hustle. So, like you said, the only manager we've had in the last couple of years that really playing the youth is Potter, and I don't think he's got a choice. And he's trying to fit something in there. So, I'd like to see
Yeah, but
more of
Larry-
him as a backup.
Larry, the first game against Manchester United, he started with the midfielder Rodriguez, Suchek, and Ward-Prowse again. Good grief.
Yeah.
Oh, slow.
I'm with you, and I think Rodriguez is playing. I think because Alvarez is not in. Alvarez should be getting some time tomorrow for the match there. And I know Alvarez, we have up and downs with him too, but he's gotten we'll have to have him as our defender there. We're not going to get anybody else. Now I want somebody that's got some pace in there. And now Paqueta's got the weight off his shoulders, so let's see if that can motivate him. And it looks like he's staying and happy. But
Larry, what's Paqueta's best position in your eyes?
It sounds funny, but maybe even up around the 8 area or something like that coming up there. Where do you think his best is?
Sat behind the forward as well, I've played personally.
Forward, did you pay him? See?
No, sat behind.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah.
I just think you should let him do whatever he wants.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I agree.
Exactly.
I give him a free role.
I think he's one of them people that he's such a maverick player that you need to just let him play football where he wants to play football. I know it's dangerous having him on the edge of our box and that. We've seen it one time again. But we need someone. I was really chuffed when we was looking at Harvey Elliott. Yeah. Because I think he would have been absolutely perfect for us. Because he's a very, very good young player. I didn't realise how good he was till I watched the Euros.
But where are we going to play? And that's a good point you said, Gary.
I didn't realise he played for women yet. Nice.
So where will we put Paqueta
in midfield?
Because I think what we have created as a positive, I think, and I think it's right up Potter's alley, is we have 2 fast, pacey wingbacks in Wan-Bissaka and Doof. And I think, and I watched him, and I really see them going. He plays more offensively there, so I can see a lot of playing where there's wingbacks left and right. So where would Paqueta fit in there then? I see Somerville on the left. When he comes back, as long as he gets fit and 100%, I think he's supposed to be back with the club after the American games. And then we keep Bowen in his normal position. He's successful on the right. Full Krug up the middle.
We keep forgetting about Somerville, don't we?
Yeah, I tell you what, I rated him at the Leeds, and if he comes back healthy, that hamstring lasted, it killed his whole second half. We saw it never came back. But I have high hopes for him, and he's a pacey guy as well. So we got some pace coming in there. It's just if we can get another speedy one in midfield. And but yeah.
Do you know what? I think Somerville will feel like a new signing when he comes back a little bit into the into the new season.
I saw his interview. He looks hungry to get back, so that's good news. Hopefully, materializes.
Seems like Aguirre's settled back in nicely as well.
Yeah, so there are players there. I mean, I think we'll start. I mean, our front line, I think, will be Somerville, Fulkrug, and Bowen and Paqueta sitting 100%. Behind, and then
that's what I'm thinking.
You've got to pick 2 other people to go in there, whether it's Alvarez and Ward-Prowse or.
I love Alvarez.
Maxwell Cornet, Jake.
Oh yeah, always offside. Yeah.
I love
Who's that? Cornet. Yeah, Cornet's offside. That first match was terrible. Yeah, that first match we played it when they had that terrible camera angle that I tried to watch on YouTube. He was way on the other side. I didn't know he was on the field, but I was like, at least he's not offsides because that's the only time you see the dude last time.
Deary me, it's laughable. Go on, Nigel.
Alvarez is a great player, but in this Premier League, he's not. it's no good for him because he just gets yellow cards every game.
Yeah, that's true. It's
He's
true.
going to see red again this season. He's so. I've said this before when they had the Ironworks podcast they have, Ironcast, and when Ward Prowse and a couple of the others said, well, this new signing now, Alvarez, what's he like? And they went, he's just coming to the training, started kicking everyone up in the air, and he does it every week on the pitch.
Yeah.
He can't help getting a yellow card, the bloke.
No.
His discipline needs to be, it needs to be. Something needs to happen there with his, with his discipline, because it is too much, and he gets yellow cards too often in that sense. So there is a bit of positivity to take into the season. So
I'm sorry, Alvarez, he has solid games international, so that's a valid point. I guess his style is just not made for the Premier League or stuff like that, because
that's the trouble,
because international, I think when the Mexico won it, he got like the trophy for the best player or something like that. So
you know what? There's too many divers and pussies in the Premier League. Do you know what I mean? They jump. They ain't going to watch them when they fall over.
No, you tell us what you really think, Nigel.
It's true. They dive around. You only got to touch a player in the Premier League and they go down, don't they? And then with
Alvarez as well, Larry. I don't think Alvarez has got the pace either.
He doesn't have the pace. That's probably the cards and pace you guys just hit on his two weaknesses in the Prem. The cards and his pace is just He tries to go off the field, but it's like he's like on a donkey or something going so slow up the pitch.
Absolutely. Right, with 13 minutes left of our first mini segment of this show. I can see their faces now because they know where this is going. Let's turn attention.
It's not a joke, is it?
No, not yet. No, but I have got some jokes ready.
He's got his joke book out.
My joke book's out, ready to go. But before we get to that, I went to Oasis last Friday.
Sweet.
At Wembley. That was
good.
Pretty special. Yeah, we were in the front standing area, and Liam had a look at me and he went, "You're that funny bloke off you." I said, "Liam, don't even." Just roll with it. It's all part of the master plan, isn't it? Well, one thing that did happen, and I've forgotten to load the picture up, and you are not going to believe this, right? About 5 minutes before it was going to start, there was a sort of gap next to me, and this bloke came in and filled it, and he had this like claret phone case. I couldn't quite catch whether it was a West Ham or not. So anyway, I just moved on, and it was about 10 minutes in. He turned to me and he went, "You're the guy that does the videos on YouTube." And I went, "Oh my Lord."
Famous.
It is. Right. And this bloke was having a great time because he was stood next to me at the Oasis concert.
Lord.
And I've seen him at away days before, and he was very happy to be stood next to me. And he was telling his mate all about me and what I do. And
did it take him like 30 seconds?
Honestly. Brilliant.
I've noticed as you're getting older, modesty is not one of the things you've picked up.
You got to be careful when you get older, Jake.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
right.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I had a cheeky chat with Noel and Liam after. They asked me for a few tips. How to improve it and all the rest of it. So, yeah, we had a bit of a chat after, but no.
You should get him on the show. Get this. Well, I'm going to put a little thing out, right? You have to send me that picture. And I'm going to put it on my West Ham page. You go, who is this man? We've got to get him on the show to see what crap Jake was speaking to him all night.
just send all the local hospitals around that area. They'll find him.
Go to all the local psychiatric wards.
Yeah, exactly. That's where he is.
Right, you take a nice story and you just run with it, and you just make it.
We run with it. We run with it.
Yeah, you roll with it, don't you? Yeah. Little by little, exactly. But right, what we're going to do next is I want you to think back. I mean, you've all spent hours and hours and hours in my company. I mean, that is pretty special, and you're pretty privileged.
How great it is.
You're pretty privileged to do so. But if you could think back over the years on here to your favourite moment on here. I mean, we're not leaving, not going anywhere, but as a time to stand back in reflection and reflect. And I know you're all going to say something funny that is, taking a mick out of me, but your best and funniest moment live on West Ham.
I think mine, Jake, was during the win, our Conference League win, because that was a true happiness being a West Ham fan, which doesn't come along very often in our lives, but I was actually really happy and proud to be a Hammer. for once. So,
That was visible. It was. I know that was good. Very good. See, a very grown up and thought through response. Not what I.
Funniest moment was when I found out Jake had a girlfriend.
Oh.
I think like, I think I laughed for about 3 days.
yeah, but Lloyd, you haven't met her, have you? So you don't know if it's real.
Larry.
It could be an AI girlfriend.
You know what? I don't want to steal Gary's thunder, but I think he's right. On the day that we won the tournament, I was actually in the Bahamas, and I popped in for a live thing where I was at, and then popped in after and just watched, trying to follow that there. I think that was a pretty neat day for everybody. But yeah, but it's been so many, your voice changing and cracking, because I remember when you were a little whippersnapper. Now all of a sudden you're 18 years old. Next thing you know, you'll be getting married, you'll have your kids on here and stuff like this. It's going to be, and then Richard's going to finally have to kick you out the house. He's like, I can't have all these people here. So but it's crazy how it's grown like this and it's lasted so long. So it's pretty neat.
How about we built that chair?
Yeah. No way, yeah.
I was so proud of myself that I built this chair. Yeah,
That's the Newcastle United one.
yeah. And this chair, right? It came all unassembled and all on my own. It spins and it moves. And this chair, I can't move. Oh, let's try. Oh, this is dangerous. This chair.
Why, man?
It's a brilliant chair, and that camera's now going to fall down, but it's okay. And it's probably in the wrong position. That's all right. It makes me look smaller. But yeah, no, it spins. I love this chair. It's great. And I made it with my bare. Well, I didn't make it with my bare hands. I put it together with my bare hands.
Maybe what you do Allen key instructions, isn't it?
Yeah, I found out what an Allen key was, and I screwed it all together. And yeah, I had a great time.
Welcome to the world of being an adult, Jake. You get that all the time.
Look, Elman's, look. I stole these out of a conference room in Bournemouth.
Yeah, you're not supposed to say that.
Put them in the van. Chucked them in the van.
How did you manage to do them, though? That's quite impressive.
Larry's probably got a gold one.
yeah, probably. Oh dear.
Right, I'm sorry, something was coming. Okay.
Andy, thank you very much indeed. Yeah, I think we made a profit on him. Ian Wright, yeah. A brilliant. It's a great chair. It's a great show. Yeah. Where did the time go? Last time I looked, you were 14. Well, I started this channel on the 1st of September 2020. How many days ago is that?
Was it 2020? I thought it was 19. I guess it was 2020.
How many days since
2020?
1st of September?
About 1,520, something like that.
September 2020.
It took you 4 years to get famous then, so people recognise you at Oasis.
I think, well, he started bringing his game up when he had us on and stuff like that. So.
Oh yeah, you lot gave me the confidence to go.
It's all about the talent around you.
What really happened was you was there, and that bloke came up to you and went, "Didn't I see you at a game with Nigel?" That's what happened.
Who's that guy with the stash?
Who's that really annoying guy with that moustache that don't stop talking? That has been 1,796 days doing this. And what a journey! What a journey!
How many shows have you done, Jake?
Yeah, really.
Oh, I can't work that out. I'd have to go back and manually count them, which I'm not going to do.
YouTube's got some kind of retirement.
I'd be able to tell you.
If you want, sorry.
The stat attack.
I'm not prepared today. All I got is lens cleaner.
Yeah. Have you not got
today?
Larry, have you not got a stat attack made about me?
I should do something like that. Yeah.
Now that is a very good point. At least they didn't say, "Have I seen you in Greg's?" That is comment of the night, right? That's very good. That is very good. Very good indeed. Right. Absolutely. Right. I'm got a Galaxy Minstrel to celebrate. So
Well, came into Greg's for a cup of tea, didn't he? At the Oasis concert, and he went, "Can I have a cup of coffee?" And Jake went, "Do you want to roll with that?"
I got some on discount, only a week old.
Larry didn't get the Oasis joke there, but it's right. I did.
I didn't. Sorry.
Yeah. No, that is very good. Sharky, thank you much indeed for joining us. This West Ham channel has the least beards.
Yes.
Gary can't grow a beard. Larry can't grow a beard. I can't.
I can, but I don't want to.
Yeah.
Gary gets told he's not allowed, so he doesn't.
Oh, there you
Gary
go.
didn't want to look like a homeless person.
Yeah.
Very true. Very true. With the money you've earned here, Jake, you managed to buy the Oasis tickets.
Exactly. Off our backs.
Exactly that.
It was my birthday present to myself. Yeah.
Oh, shocking.
How interest was it expensive?
150 quid. So it did a little bit.
Jesus.
Yeah.
That's
When I saw them in '96, Jake, it was £25.
There you
Yeah,
go.
well. Yeah, well, I mean, to be fair, I will admit when the money left the account, I did have a little bit of a.
Oh, I'm sure you did.
Cry.
You know,
Did they have any support, Jake? Was there any support acts?
Cast and Richard Ashcroft.
Okay.
So, yeah, Richard Ashcroft was very
You
good.
had a fine time with Cast then.
Yeah, I didn't know any of the songs. It was a bit.
Was it actually Bon Jack when Oasis were their prime, was it?
Well, I mean, they split in 2009, so I was 2 years old.
They're in their prime in '96, so your dad
Yeah.
remember them.
I was not even a thought.
mm-mm.
When everyone used to walk around in Adidas tops. Do you remember?
Yeah.
When they was in their prime, everyone used to wear Adidas tops, didn't they? And have their hair,
Good.
and have their hair like in that long style, right up the sideburns, like Paul.
Do you remember the Britpop, Nige?
Yeah.
Larry's like, I've got no idea what you lot are talking about.
That I don't, but I
No,
do like
do you remember
Oasis.
their little spike there with Blur? Do you remember?
Yeah.
Oh, Blur. I remember that. Yeah.
There was a little bit of competition going in. Oasis sort of blasted about in the end, didn't they?
Yep, I remember
They
that.
ran out of songs, didn't they, Blur?
Yeah, they came back the last couple of years. Had a couple of decent songs that came out.
He's a
Oasis
talented guy,
done
David
some
Albon.
stuff with Paul Weller, which was really good.
Yeah, he did the Grillers as well, didn't he, David Albon?
He did,
Chelsea
didn't
fans.
he?
Yeah, he's a Chelsea
Right,
fan,
let's
so
bring ourselves back to 2025, shall we? Let's hoik ourselves back.
Really
in.
good. Do you remember when we come on and talking about old cars and he was like sitting there like that, wasn't he?
Oh, you just keep yapping about the most random stuff. Like nobody's here to listen to that. Like, they're here to listen to me.
Me and Nigel talk about anything. Give us a
I
subject.
know. You go off on like random tangents, but in reality, they're here to listen to my wisdom.
Oh Lord! You guys forgot this is all about Jake. We gotta stay focused.
Exactly. You know?
I did
What's
just
been
know
your
from
highlight,
that.
Jake? What's been your
You
highlight?
will be the man
What has
that
been my
is Jake
highlight?
Cox on Monday.
What has been my
They
highlight?
start coming in here like that. Yeah, been down a pub and I've a few birds like that. And he have like a little bit of stubble around his chin here, like a goatee beard and that. Yeah, been out and on. They come up to me and ask me if I was that fella off YouTube.
My favourite moment.
I
I've just
bought him a cider.
Nigel, please silence. My favourite moment. My favourite moment of the channel as a whole. I don't know. Interviewing Tony Cotti was
Yes, that's pretty good.
Let's go. Yeah.
That was that was special. But in terms of with you guys, I mean, my jokes is a personal highlight, isn't it? I mean, aren't my
Lord.
Ooh.
Mom's saying you better clean your room.
Yeah, I've been told to clean the room, but yeah, I mean, a personal highlight with you guys. I don't know, just you taking the mick out of me all the time, to be honest. But
You won't ever stop, Jake.
No,
exactly.
It
Right.
just get better with time.
Before I let you go, one word to sum up, me before my 80th birthday.
One
We're
word.
not allowed to swear, are we?
I know. It's what-
I've got a few choice words I could say. But it's a
Generous.
family
Generous.
Generous,
Jake.
very good. Generous.
I was going to say frugal.
show. He thought that was
Exactly.
frugal was someone out of Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Honestly. But thank you very much, gents. Your amazing contributions to my channel do not go unnoticed. But thank you very much indeed for joining me. And I will speak to you all when the season gets underway before Sunderland.
I'll see you
Very
at Sunday.
good.
I will see
Enjoy
you
your
at
birthday,
Sunderland.
Jake. Enjoy
Thank
your
you very
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
Speak to you
Happy
guys.
birthday, Jake. I'll serious. Have a good one, buddy.
Happy birthday.
All right. Cheers. Thank you very much indeed. And next in, Fathead. I think we've got some more guests joining us shortly. Fathead, thank you very much indeed for joining us. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you, Jake?
Not bad. Not bad at all. So I've just had half an hour of criticism, Nick taken out of me. So are you going to bring some optimism to this?
Is that what I'm here for? I was just here to add to the beard count after the 0.
Oh, right, okay.
I didn't realise we weren't allowed beards on the channel. But I think maybe just sort of around that sort of what's been your favourite moment bit, like who's sort of been your favourite player, I suppose, as a fan over the last few years, and maybe who's been our worst signing as well, in your opinion.
Blimey. I mean, worst signing, I don't know. Well, let's go worst signing. Worst signing. I mean, there's been some bad ones, hasn't there? There's been some real bad ones. I mean, I think back to just as we moved to the London Stadium, we signed some really dreadful players, like Arbeloa is a name that comes into my head. Who else? We've had some dreadful strikers over the years, haven't we? Some really, really dreadful strikers. But worst player, Roberto.
Yeah, that was my shout as well. Roberto's probably the worst in the modern era, so to speak.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, favourite signing for you? Who's your favourite signing?
I think by going right back, I don't think, like, Di Canio obviously was amazing. I think we can never underestimate quite how much John Hartson did. Probably with Paul Kitson probably kept us up, but look, Bowen's a West Ham boy, isn't he? And it's almost like he's one of our own when he isn't. So I think really I've probably got to go for Bowen just because how much he's sort of become claret and blue, I guess.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. Bowen epitomises everything that we want from a player. We go to the games and we know what we're going to get from him, and it's the quality that he provides as well. In terms of, it's not just, sometimes we get 100%, but the quality is not quite there. But you get 100%. You get both elements of it from Jarrod Bowen, don't you? I mean, that's the thing that probably separates him from probably any other player that I've seen in my lifetime. You've got the quality of Payet, and then you look at the work rate, which wasn't quite there. We've got another guest waiting here now, just coming in, I think. Had a few problems. Danny, the bowling poet, I think you're here. How are you? Oh no, we cannot see this. It's not a West Ham unofficial show about some technical problems, is it? Danny, can you hear us?
Hello.
Oh no, there we go. Never a West Ham unofficial show without the technical problems. I got no idea what was going on here. I couldn't hear him just a second ago, and we still couldn't hear him now. So hopefully we'll try and reconnect with the bowling poet, who's far more articulate with things than I could ever dream to be. But yeah, we were talking about sort of players. Let's see if we can get him back. Right.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Right.
There you go.
Happy birthday, young Jake. I've got
Thank
a few
you very
people
much.
who want to wish you happy birthday to you.
Wow,
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jake. Happy birthday to you. Oh, Jake, I'm going to get a couple more people to wish you happy birthday, mate. 1 minute, mate. Jake, happy birthday. Happy birthday. Tell wish Jake happy birthday. Happy birthday, Jake. Up the hammers. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Jake.
They're all West Ham fans.
Jake, I've got to go, mate, because the reception is absolutely shite, mate.
Yeah, that's right, Danny. Thank you very much, mate. I'm glad you could get on. Thank you.
No, that's all right. I've been trying for about 12, 15 minutes.
Yeah. The device wasn't connected, and there was
Enjoy
problems.
your birthday, and I'll see you next season.
I'll see you next season. Thank you, Danny. Thank you, mate.
I've got the phone in one hand, and I'm rather drunk, Jake. I've been out drinking all day, as you can legally do now, my son. So,
very good.
next time you see me, a drink is on you, my son. Jake, take care, brother. You're glad, and you're top man.
Thank you. Well, I don't know what, I've never had that. I've never had that. See, in some pub somewhere in Essex with awful connection, it wouldn't connect to start with, then it would, then we couldn't hear him. And then I got him on and we couldn't hear him, but we got there. And he's found a pub full of West Ham fans. Every single person in that pub was a West Ham fan. That's quite remarkable.
That's pretty much every pub in the East End, though, isn't it? And going into Essex.
Very true.
Maybe not quite so much in Somerset, and certainly not in South Wales. Although I was out there and a guy came up to me, I was wearing this shirt, and he went, "Oh, you're a West Ham fan!" And honestly, the first West Ham fan I've met in Wales.
They do pop up everywhere. Yeah, yeah. You know, we have a few in Somerset. I mean, there's somebody actually. There's a lad who's a year below me at school who, on a Thursday back in the day when I used to be at school. I mean, this was like 2 months ago, but we do PE on a Thursday, and you wear what you want. And he'd always wear a West Ham shirt on Thursday, and it felt like I was obliged to do so because he was, you know, parroting the West Ham flag. So yeah, there we are.
Channel, though? That's the big question.
Sorry,
does he watch the channel though?
I don't think so, to be honest. I didn't really speak to him. He didn't really say too much. I mean, I just sort of like nodded my head in approval, and he never really seemed to want to chat. But I mean, there we are. I know his name, but nothing else. Yeah, I mean, of course, there's a big demographic of West Ham fans in Essex and East London and all the rest of it. But it's amazing. And we go to places, and I've been on holiday and I've seen West Ham fans like abroad, and obviously on holiday as well. But yeah. It's amazing how many you just bump into. I mean, bump into a West Ham fan in South Wales. What's the chance of that?
I know. In a relatively small town, yeah, to find definitely the other West Ham fan.
so there's two of you, and you've identified the other one.
Yeah. But yeah, sometimes, yeah. I think that West Ham fans, and I don't know if this is true of other clubs, obviously I've never supported them, but if you spot a West Ham fans are friends with each other, and they'll go over and say hello to each other and have a conversation about football. And maybe that is the case with other football clubs, but I think we've got quite a tight knit fan base, and yeah, I think ultimately we probably all come from the same place. We've all got fathers or grandfathers or whatever that come from somewhere in the East End or Essex. Yeah, and that's probably part of that, I guess.
Absolutely. Let's take some more comments. Kent, thank you very much indeed. Happy birthday, Jake. It's all downhill from 18. Time flies, it really does. I think it feels like a blink of an eye ago. I was 18. That's nice and optimistic. But no, fair enough. Kent, thank you very much indeed. And Kent, one of the people that have been here from on the very start in the comment section. So I appreciate you all that have been here for a long time, and you still come back and watch it. Heaven knows why. But no, thank you very much indeed for all the support and comments and everybody who gets involved. Basically, it's yeah, hopefully we can carry on for years to come as I would next season, or from the end of September, sit with a window to the left of where I'll be doing my YouTube videos with the arch of Wembley, just looking out the window. Can't be bad, Sam, can it?
Definitely not. And are you going to have that in the background when you're in your new studio next year?
Well, I mean, I've seen one of the rooms, and they aren't the most spacious rooms, so I haven't got as much, I haven't got much capability in terms of the studio, but it will probably be similar to this. There is a desk, and that's probably where it'll be, and you can't put blue tack or stick anything on the wall, so we're going to have to improvise in that sense. Yeah, no blue tack. Yeah. You can use the you buy at the end of aisles, you can buy these strips to put on like frames. That's what I've used for all this on here, to be fair. I can use them, but not blue tack. I don't know what blue tack does, but obviously bad things. Obviously bad things. But Sharky says, met a West Ham fan when I was in Turkey last month. We were everywhere. It's nuts, isn't it? Yeah. I'm trying to think. I went somewhere and I saw a West Ham fan, and I was like, that is crazy. That is crazy. When I went to the darts in Poland, there were, I think there was about 6 English people there in the crowd, and the other 4, apart from me and my mate, were from Manchester. And one of them says, "I support Charlton," and I went, "That's close. That's close." If he'd have said West Ham, I'd have been like, mate, that is brilliant. But yeah, there were 4 Manchester lads there, and one of them, and they all supported like City. I think one supported City, 2 supported United, and 1 supported Charlton. And I was like, what's gone wrong here?
Yeah, that's weird. Makes up
Really
for all
weird.
the fans in London that support Man United, I guess.
Wow, exactly. Sort of a bit of reversing psychology has occurred there. Opinions about Dagenham and Redbridge. See, now I think we should actually loan more players to Dagenham and Redbridge than we do. I mean, we had the DT38 charity game there last year. That was good. But I think we could use them as a more useful asset than we actually do. I mean, it seems to be pretty good terms between the 2 clubs, and we don't get enough youth players out on loan, and it's the perfect place to send, players that are just coming into maybe the under 21, so like 18, 19 or whatever, because we don't actually send enough players out on loan, I don't think, or useful loans. We send them out and they sit on the bench at West Brom. That's no good, is it, really? Because they're getting just as much game time as they would at West Ham, Sam.
No, exactly. And yeah, I think don't the ladies team play at Dagenham and Redbridge? Is that their ground they play at? So there must be a bit of a commercial agreement between the 2 clubs. I think one of the things it looks like Potter's doing is those sort of more advanced youth players that we've always sent out on loan. They're going to be part of the first team setup, and I think most West Ham fans have been calling for that for years. Like, that was always one of the gripes about Moyes, was all the young players went off, and we sort of never really saw any of them. But yeah, I think if we can be loaning them earlier in their careers, when they're sort of 16, 17, 18, out to teams like Dagenham and Redbridge, and the other teams that we're sort of local to, that makes perfect sense. I don't know what style of football they play, whether it's sort of similar to us, to be honest. But that doesn't seem to matter when we loan them out to Championship and League One side. So
it's just whoever will take them, I think.
Yeah, there aren't many teams that sort of play slow, meandering midfield play, I don't think. So
yeah. And there we go. You probably just got in Dad's good books because his favourite word ever is meander, stroke meandering, and he always smiles. I mean, someone said it on the cricket earlier. So one of the commentators said meandering, and it always brings a smile to his face. So if you ever want to bring a smile to his face, say the word meander.
I'll remember that names next season.
Exactly. I mean, it is when you think about it, it's a good word. I like it. But from you as a viewer, who's what's been your favourite moment over the last few years?
So everyone's already taken the obvious and talked about, like, when we won in Prague, but I think that was sort of relatively fresh, I suppose, into my West Ham unofficial journey. Like, it was certainly that season I'd sort of become aware of you, and I can remember that video that you made the morning after, and that almost sort of being something I was looking forward to. Like, we'd had the win, it was like, hey, I want to know sort of what Jake's reactions going to be like. But I guess, and your dad's put something in the chat, but actually sort of meeting up with you guys this year, and actually seeing that you are exactly what you are. It isn't an act that sort of comes onto the camera and all that sort of stuff. This is Jake, and I think that was really cool for me.
I can always remember making that video the morning after the final. I was sat there. The morning after, just in a state of. I said that I wasn't going into school. I had no exam that day, and I was like, "Oh, just sack it off. There's no way I'm going in." And I went out to the garden. It was a lovely day. I thought, I'm going to make it out here instead of sitting up there. I'm going to sit in the garden and bathe in the sunshine whilst I talk about it. And it was surreal. Like, I entered a state of like the abyss. Like, I just went into like, wow, this is just actually happening. Yeah, it's one of my favorite videos that I've ever made on this channel, and it was just to hit record and say we're champions of Europe and we've won the Europa Conference League, and to end it and upload it and type that out as a title. It was brilliant. A brilliant occasion. But yeah, right, we have got a couple of guests waiting in the wings, so we will get cracking. First of all, a huge friend of the channel, Tracy from DT38. Tracy, how are you?
I'm well, Jake. How are you?
Not bad. I'm not bad at all. And we had Ian waiting in the wings, but he has left us, so I'm sure we'll get back and join him shortly. But yeah, this is our annual show where I don't know who's going to appear, but I've always got an inkling you're going to turn up at some point. I'm like,
yeah, you can't get rid of me. You can't get rid of me. I would be amiss of me to, come in 2 days before your 18th birthday and not help celebrate online. So
exactly.
Happy birthday to you.
Thank you very much. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I mean Monday is a very interesting day. A transition on as well, but we don't need to talk about that. Ian is with us from E13 Events, bathing in some sunshine. Ian, how are you, mate?
I'm good. Many happy returns for Monday.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, and Fathead.
Can't believe it. You're 18. That's making us all feel really old.
Well, I mean, I said to the people that I started the show with, I said I feel really old now, and I got a few choice words back, to be totally honest. But yeah, it's felt like I mean, Tracy, we've known each other since pretty well the start of me doing this, and 14, 15, 16, pretty squeaky voice, pretty annoying, and yeah,
still annoying.
Still annoying.
Yeah, and what's incredible, Jake, is I haven't aged at all, but you've obviously gone like 4 or 5 years ahead, and so I get to watch you age, and yeah, that squeaky voice is gone, and yeah, you know, how many followers have you got now? 35,000.
35,000. No, sorry, 36,000.
36,000. Yeah, so fantastic. Look up for you. I bet you never thought in 4 years' time from when you started all this that you'd have all these followers. So you've done well.
Exactly. And yeah, it's been quite a transition. And Ian, you're absolutely right. I mean, what's the point of being somebody if you can't be annoying? Like, exactly. you've got to annoy the right people at the right points, haven't you? Like,
exactly. And look, I've only known you a few years. Obviously, you come to the golf day, and you're always welcome at the golf day. And obviously, you meet the players, which is great. And I know what it's like. We always say when we talk to anyone, we're really lucky that we get to work with these guys. And people would give their right arm to come and spend the day, but you're always welcome. You come do a great job advertising the golf day when you come to it, supporting the charity. You're a great supporter of the charity, and I'm not going to get gushy, but it's nice to have seen you mature into the young man you've become. So fair play to you and your family.
Oh, thank you very much. That means a lot. And Sam, as somebody
who paid me to say that, by
I know. I thought that there's a tenner gone somewhere here, aren't there? Yeah.
20 quid.
20 quid. Oh right, blimey. He must have really wanted it then. If he's got a 20, Christ.
Did he reach his total, by the way?
He did. £2,001. He got to.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Excellent.
We'll come on to that in just a second. Sam, I mean, as somebody who's watched the channel and you've seen us cover DT38 and everything that that these, especially these two amazing people do. How special is it to see that side of it, and for a charity so connected to West Ham to be to be so important and sort of essential as well from a viewer's point of view? How do you see it?
I think a lot of it, that's what separates you from some of the other sort of like fanzine channels. And like I remember Dylan, I remember what happened. Like I've been around long enough to sort of remember all of that, but I wasn't particularly, I don't think, aware of the charity and the work that it does before I started watching the channel. It was sort of you that sort of brought that back, and that isn't something that lots of fanzine channels do. I don't think they get involved with those extra parts of the club. And
that's actually me that has paid him the money to say that, not Dad. So Ian's had
you wouldn't pay for anything.
I wouldn't pay for anything. That's very true.
But no, I think it's a really important part of the channel. And again, as I sort of said before, and I'm gonna get it ripped out of me at the first home game I'm at next season. But like that is because that's who you are. Like, and as I say, who you are is the guy that we see on the channel. It's the same person that we see in person, and yeah, I do think that's a real point of difference for this channel against other, not even just West Ham, but sort of other football club fanzine channels.
Oh, thank you very much. We try our best. We try our best. Tracy, in terms of DT38, as Ian mentioned, we have the golf day in, what is it, 10 days time, in just under a couple of weeks. How important is that day for the charity? And if there is somebody that's watching this that is also there, what can they expect to see when they come in just under a couple of weeks' time?
Yeah, look, it's really important for the charity. It raises vital funds for us. It allows us to keep expanding into areas and into the community to, raise awareness. I'm so fortunate for the job that Ian and E13 events do, and Terry and the Langdon Hills Golf Club, because it's sold out within 2 weeks. We don't even have to advertise it. And, that's just how popular it is. We've got a fantastic format, both on the course and at dinner afterwards. And, everybody really enjoys the evening. But, at the end of the day, the fundraising and awareness that it creates is vital for us to keep, to keep moving forward. I've got some big plans for the charity over the next few years. And so, the impact that Ian and E13 events is crucial for that development.
Absolutely, and Ian, you're a big part of it, and you do a fantastic job. From your point of view, how sort of rewarding is it for the work you put in to see the end result and to see the vital support and recognition that it provides the charity?
Well, look, my job's easy. I get the players there, but easy to a point. But the real hard work, Terry Moncur, who is the pro at Langdon Hills, Johnny Moncur's brother. He sells the majority of the teams, and it's a difficult thing. Obviously, in events and ticketing, you're always obviously constantly asking people for money to come and support you, either in an event or as a fundraiser. And Terry, Tracy's provides a lot of teams. I provide a handful of teams, but Terry does 80% of the work on the golf course in terms of getting the golf course ready, which is important, making sure that as golfers, they enjoy their day's golf. The weather's been kind the last few years, so hopefully Dylan's up there having a little word, making sure that we don't get wet. I think once we had a scattering of showers, but we've had great weather. This is our 5th golf day. And when we done the first one, did I think we'd do 5? No. It's grown from the players on their WhatsApp group are messaging months in advance without me to put on there, 12th of August, Langdon Hills, it's the DT38 golf day. Walking around the lounges now, seeing every single one of them with a DT38 pin badge in their ambassador suits. So it's things like that have raised the awareness. The players themselves, these former players, the current players, they've all done their part. There's some that have been there 5 years. So Trevor attended our first few, which was, fantastic to get someone like Sir Trevor to attend. It just brings you so much. And when he done our first 3, I think he done our first 3, and we had to have a year's break because of COVID. But obviously it's about fundraising first and foremost, and we're very proud of the amount that we've raised. And this year, being the 5th one, Langdon Hills, in association with us, will go past a milestone of 100,000 raised over 5 golf days. Us as an events company, with the charity football match we've done, will surpass £150,000 raised. So, we, as I always say at Tracy, we're not stopping. We're not. We do help some other charities as well. Hammers for Work and Support, we help out. And look, we can't help everyone. We'd like to, but we sort of focus on some charities because we're fans ourselves. So we focus on charities that I think are the most important and the most sort of in need of some support, awareness and help. And, the lineup that we've got this year, again, over 15 former players will be in attendance. They not only play golf, they speak in the evening. There's always a very emotional tribute from someone to Dylan who knew him. So Tony Carr will be delivering that this year. He delivered it a few years ago. Johnny Moncur delivered it last year. whose son was obviously great friends with Dylan, and obviously he was in John's house frequently. So it's amazing how far it's come. It's amazing how quickly it sells out. We muted talks about doing 2 a year, and we decided not to, because we didn't want to take away from this day we have. We have an incredible bumper day, where we raise lots of good funds, lots of awareness. There's some nice things said, and the former players go away and they're on board. And if we call on them for other things, it's handy that they like a game of golf. But we've got Dean Ashton joining us this year for his first time, so that's great. Marlon's coming along again. He was there last couple of years. Matty Upson. So there's so many different eras. Alan Kerbisey, former manager, Cotty and Gailey, Georgie Parrish. I mean, Georgie's great lad. Georgie, he literally is on me. When's the golf day? What date's the golf day? I need to get it on the WhatsApp group to tell the boys. And
That's brilliant.
And it's just, he only come to one. I think he come to the third one, and after that he was just so on board with anything we can do for the charity. Brian Deere said something at the first one that has stuck with me ever since. We get every player in a little group to come up in the evening, and as you know, Jake, you're there, and they do a little speech about their time playing football, or they'll talk about something relevant to Dylan. And obviously Brian played with Bobby Moore, was great friends with Bobby Moore, and I think paid one of the nicest tributes I've ever heard at the day, which was, there's only 2 shirts ever been retired at West Ham. He went, one's my mate Bobby's, and he looked at Tracy, he went, the other one's your son, and you should be incredibly proud of that. And I thought that was just such a nice tribute to put Dylan on that level with Bobby, and talk about their shirts being retired. I think it was so nice, and it's just it's brilliant. We obviously love it. We'll continue to do it, and 5 years time we'll be doing our 10th one. So we'll need 4 golf courses to fill that one. So,
no, that's fantastic. But I mean that what Brian Deere says, about the 2 shirt numbers being being retired, it epitomizes everything about it, really. And the fundraising and everything that goes into it that day is fantastic. It's fantastic. I've seen some blood, sweat and tears over the month of June, I must say, in a certain Somerset gym, and he's just reached £2,000 for what started off to be 300 miles, and then after about 4 days he went, I'll do 400. And they got to about a week later, do you know what? I reckon I do 500. And then it ended up, I think it was 600 in the end, 600 miles. I mean, and to be fair, I said I'd do it with him on the last day, and I didn't even keep up with him, which was quite embarrassing, to be totally honest. But we won't talk about that too much. But how important is fundraising like that, Tracy, to the to the everyday running of the charity?
No, it's very important. And one of the things that, West Ham have always said to us, that they're more than happy to support us in every possible way. It's just that they won't support us financially because, I can imagine that they've got everybody, that everyone would pull at them. So, but, they provide a platform for us. So we're self-funded, and these funds that come in allow us to plan, allow us to grow, allow us to, get the crucial resources that help raise awareness, like our medical testicles, and those sort of things are invaluable when going into the schools and going into the communities. And some people don't want to touch them, some people don't want to have a look at them, but the ones that do, they get an understanding. But they all go away from these talks and these awareness sessions, with knowing that they have to look after themselves, or knowing that they have to check, or knowing about testicular cancer, which is really all I can ask for, is to put it on the map for them. So and hopefully it sets them up for their health for the remainder of their time. And I think people get quite a shock when I tell them that the youngest has been born with testicular cancer and the oldest has been 96. So that whole thing about women needing to know about it as well, for they're predominantly the main caregivers when that you young boys are little. So it's vital that they know about it as well. So it just the fundraising allows us to keep our social media presence, keep a presence in the community, and the valuable resources that we need.
Absolutely, and I've actually understated the achievement. It was 700, not 600. I do apologise, but yeah, 700 miles over a month. I thought he'd do 300 because he's very competitive, very, very competitive. He's not going to let anything beat him. But that target kept increasing, and it was one hell of a shift. Twice a day, and I do commend him for that. Sam, you've seen the awareness days at the London Stadium yearly, where Tracy and Kogan are on the pitch, and there's awareness race for one home game a season. And as you said earlier, in terms of you didn't know too much about the charity before before we've publicised it here, but you can see in the stands, can't you? I've seen it when I've been there, and you see people watch the interview and see the information, and you see people become engaged in it and turn to their mate and go, I didn't know that, or I'll have a look at that. And that's the important part of it, Sam, isn't it?
Absolutely. And I think it's one of those days, and it's probably only been the last sort of 2-3 years that I've been going to games regularly. But there's
it's your fault then, is it?
I was there Conference League season, so I'm not accepting.
Okay, fair enough.
But I think it's sort of one of those sort of things where there are certain days, there are certain things that the club do sort of every season, or things that sort of pop up, like when Antonio came back after his crash, that you get a big crowd before the game, and I always think that's when it means something to the fans, and I think that's true of the awareness day. There are other times where 10 minutes into the game it's still filling up, and we can blame the bag searches and all those sorts of things, but it's because people don't want to get there that long before the game. They want to walk in at 3 o'clock, and they want to walk out at 10 to 5 or whatever. But I think we always sort of see there's a good crowd. Certainly the 2 years that I've been there on the awareness day, there have been, and I think that sort of shows firstly that people care about the charity and what it means, but also sort of how much the charity means to that sort of West Ham family. And I do think once you've been at West Ham, you've always been at West Ham. You become a West Ham legend, unless you're Jermaine Defoe. But like most players that wear that claret and blue shirt, they are always sort of picked up on as West Ham legend, and I think that's really sort of picks up on these sorts of days.
Absolutely. And before I let you guys go, I mean, Ian, you've been to America, haven't you? I think I saw that. Was that good?
That in pre-season, yeah.
Yeah.
It was amazing, to be fair. Not from the football perspective.
Well, I was going to say the football hasn't been great, so there's lots of positivity going into the season.
We didn't fly. We flew into New York, but we drove to Chicago via a few other places, Washington. So I've done 11 states in 4 days, and I think about 12 hours, maybe 15 hours from one match to another. I don't drive, so it's my missus done the driving, so I can't take the credit for that. But I was reading the map all the way. So, but you know what? It was great to meet other fans, and there was actually in Chicago, in the seat in front of me, a man with number 38 Tom Beatties on the back of his shirt, and he was from Detroit. And I went and introduced myself. I said we help the charity, and he said, "Yeah, I'm aware of the charity and the work they do and all that." And we engaged with a lot of other fans: Detroit Hammers, Baltimore Hammers, Washington Hammers, Chicago Hammers, New York Hammers, and it's a bit peculiar. Don't get me wrong, like listening to Americans talk about West Ham and but listen, if the club needs to grow, it wants to grow, needs to be bigger, then you have to reach out to these markets. And I'm fortunate. I follow the team all over the place, watching them, and I'm just gutted I'm not in Atlanta. I've come back to watch Oasis tomorrow night, so I'd much rather have been in Atlanta, to be honest with you. But But
I must say, I saw Oasis last week, and you won't be disappointed, mate.
No, I'm looking forward to it. But we had such a good time, and there was a boat party in Chicago. Anton was on there. David David Sullivan Jr. and Jack Sullivan were on there. David Jr. is actually attending the golf day, so he's again shared a personal experience with me on the boat as well. And listen, you can say what you like about, obviously people are not great lovers of sometimes the way we do our business and transfers and transfer funds. That's well above our pay grade. But I will say that his two boys put themselves about with the fans on that tour, actively, and were happy to speak to anyone and chat to anyone openly and honestly. And I only spoke to him about the golf day. I said, "You've been invited," and he went, "Yeah, I'm no good at golf. I need to go to a driving range before I go, but I'm happily going to go because I've had a scare myself recently, and it's an important charity to the football club, and I will be coming, and I will be bringing my checkbook as well." So I was delighted to hear that. So I don't know what the check, if maybe he's going to give us Callum Wilson or something like that to auction, or
maybe he's going to go, "I got something special to bring you out," and out on crutches comes Callum Wilson.
Yeah, well, mate, as long as he don't play golf and get injured that day, because otherwise, But look, we're digressing. But to have the son of the chairman attend the golf day with all the players, and to hear from the horse's mouth, the charity means a lot to the football club. I will say this until the cows come home. West Ham take some very, very bad stick about, and there are things that they've scored lots of own goals on, including Mavropanos. But one thing that you can't dig them out for is the way that they looked after Dylan during his treatment. They looked after him once he'd passed away, and I think they've honoured his memory second to none. So, in terms of the Awareness Day, the work that goes in to the tributes on Awareness Day, the work that has gone in to assist him with the film from West Ham's point of view, which, if you haven't seen it, make sure you watch it. And I'm going to do a selfless plug here as well, which ties in with a bit of fundraising. So on the golf day, you will see posters advertising to come and watch the film in Romford. We've got a cinema for the evening. We're going to get a couple of ex-players there as well. And you can come and watch the story of Dylan in the cinema with us, with DT38, another fundraising event. Is it October, Trace? Did we say October?
Oh, Trace, you're on mute.
Yes, I believe we looked around the 4th of October.
Yeah, so we've got a cinema in Romford. We're going to advertise that on our platforms, but we're going to advertise it first and foremost at the golf day, and then DT38 as well. It'd be a ticketed event. A couple of our ambassador ex-former players will be in attendance, and if you've not seen it, or if you have seen it, come along and help raise some more money, watch the film again, and just get the message constantly across. More followers for DT38, more support from raising awareness, and more funds for doing that as well.
No, that's brilliant. That's brilliant. And just before I let you guys go, Tracy, just to pick up on what Ian said there about going to America and seeing somebody with a Tom Beaders 38 shirt just in front. That must be amazing, and I can see the smile on your face there. I mean, that's just amazing. It must be brilliant for you.
No, it is amazing. And a quick little story. I've got Dylan's best friend here in London when he went to school with. His brother went to America to the university, and I've got one of my directors home. Her son went over to America and studied, and they ended up both at the same university with Dylan's name on the back of their shirts at their first ever training session, and went, "How do you know the Tom Beatties? How do you know?" So it was just, it was a wow moment. It was just really incredible to, that. These sort of things happen, because it does. It absolutely does make me proud, and it's special for sure.
No, absolutely brilliant. Ian, Tracy, the work you do is absolutely amazing. So I will see you at the golf day in 10 days' time. And thank you very much, Dee, for joining me. Sam, thank you very much, Dee, for joining us as well. It's been a pleasure chatting to you all. And Tracy, Ian, just think in 10 days' time, I'll legally be allowed to buy a drink, whether that happens or not.
Happy days.
You'll be allowed to drive home, so I hope you've got that organised.
And I get that 20 quid off your dad as well, hopefully. So
brilliant. I'll
good day all round.
Good day all round. And Sam, the first home game, I could buy a pint again. Whether I will, that's another story, isn't it?
We'll see.
But guys, thank you very much, Dee, for joining us.
Cheers, guys.
See you all soon.
Thanks for having us.
Happy birthday for Monday.
Happy birthday, Jake.
Cheers. Thank you very much, guys. Speak to you soon. Right then, before I do carry on, that is very zoomed in and we do not want that. Sharky, thank you very much indeed for the £10 donation to the channel. That's greatly appreciated. Thank you very much indeed for that. Right then, we have a few guests waiting with us. Nigel, are you coming back? Thumbs up? Or are you just watching? Or are you just enjoying my amazing hosting skills? Let's see. Nigel, are you here for the ride?
Hey.
Or he's changed. He's changed.
Yeah, I just had a bit of dinner, spilled a bit of dinner down the top. Yeah.
Anyway, right. Also joining us, a man that I have debates with every Monday. Every Monday. Sean, how are you?
Hello, mate. You all right?
Not bad. It feels like a long time since I spoke to you. It's been...
I know. I've been to a barbecue, and the wife's trying to come on now. Look.
He's a bit drunk.
Oh dear! Oh, we don't want
Your
that.
dad snagged me to come on, so I've had, you're going to have to bear with me. I've come back from the barbecue early just for you. So.
Oh, that's very nice. Well, you
For me.
well, you can say.
I'm going to try and usher the wife over.
Okay, you do that. All right.
Because it's a football show. She's going for a bath. Right. Yeah, I'm all good, buddy. This is your birthday show, is it?
This is my birthday show. My birthday's not until Monday. This is my birthday show.
Jake.
Thank you very much indeed. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I'm good, buddy. You all right?
Not bad. So this is your time to say all the lovely things you like about me because you're drunk as well.
Oh, I'm struggling. I'm struggling to think of things. You've got me an Oasis ticket. Yeah, that's all I want to know.
I have not got your Oasis ticket, but it was very good, Sean. It was very good.
I need 2 tickets, and I'm willing to pay into the low hundreds for them.
Into the low hundreds. Wow.
Yes.
Wow. Well, there's
Jake
yourself.
goes to uni in Wembley, so you might sort us out.
I see.
Let's talk football. Let's get off that subject.
Okay, let's talk football. Also joining us, Phil. How are you?
I'm good. Happy birthday to you.
First person that sung to me. No one else bothered to sing. Phil, thank you very much indeed.
Yeah, welcome.
Good tunes.
Thank you very much. Well, I mean, if we've got 2 or 3 West Ham fans and a Spurs fan, there's only one place we need to go, really, and that is Mohamed Kudus.
Forgot about him already.
Sean, have you seen bright sparks in pre-season or not?
Well, I'm not going to mess about. He's one of the players that I sort of said to all that season. Obviously, we chat every week.
Yeah.
That he's one of the egos, one of the attitudes. One of quite a lot that probably didn't turn up when you want them to. So not going to pretend that didn't happen. But there's quite a few of them last year. I think there's only probably 2 or 3 players last year that you could really say played for the shirt. But he is the sort of player that we've missed. He will probably take the shirt of the player, our top goal scorer, the player that scored the winning goal in the Europa League final. Like a bit of an aggression sort of player, like a winger that will take a player on that will not be scared of a fullback.
I'll tell you what, he's drunk, but he still can't say anything nice about West Ham. He's still got to have constant digs about West Ham, honestly.
Me? Why is that a dig? Where's that a dig?
Everything's a dig, no one plays for the shirt.
Jake, I try to defend West Ham. Do you know what I mean? We've chatted for so many years now. I got nothing against West Ham, you know that. You've experienced that. But he's a player that I thought was not good enough for you last year. He should have pulled his finger out more. But the thing is, well, I don't know how it's going to go. I actually think it's quite a good signing, but players, a lot of players have egos. They think they're too good for certain clubs, and they've got to step up sort of level. I'm happy with the signing, and he's sort of done quite well in pre-season, but let's see how it goes. I'm not gonna take my words back from last year. He should have done more for you last year. He should have. But whether that was his ego thinking I'm too good for West Ham, I don't know.
I mean, to be fair, Nigel, I mean, imagine having an ego. I'd never know that, would I?
What does Nigel think of that?
This is one of them players that's frustrating because he can be a well beat on his day, and then in another game, he's just the invisible man. He's like, I've seen him tear teams apart, but then I've seen people double up on him, and he ain't interested. He don't track back. He's one of the strongest players that you'll have 2 or 3 big lumps around him, and he'll outmuscle them, and he'll come out with the ball stuck to his foot. But then he'll carry the ball, and you think you're going to release this ball, mate, and then he just carry it until he loses it, and then you're just like pulling your hair out, thinking you have done all that good work, and then you just give it away. So he's a frustrating player, but
like decision making.
Yeah, his decision making massively, and you see him every time. You see him get the ball, and he runs, and you think he's just running down a blind alley here, and then he loses it. I mean, Phil, the amount of times that we'd stand there and go, just lift your head, look up, see what's around you. And I mean, this did make me laugh. Replacing Son with Kudus, it's like replacing Kudus with Callum Wilson. I mean, we've done some brilliant business, haven't we, Phil?
That's a weird comment, that, a little bit.
I took Son for Kudus all day long. If they'd have offered us a chop, Son for Kudus, I'd have took that all day long.
Yeah.
Honestly, not say he's a great player, but he's one of them match of the day players. What they do is they go a match of the day and they'll show you 2 things he's done in the game, and he looks like a world beater, but they forget that we ain't mugs. We sit there for the other 88 minutes watching him just deliver drivel. Do you know what I mean? Just like losing the ball and just moaning and throwing
delivered like a highlight reel player.
Yeah, it's exactly what Matana Kudus is. But what the highlights are spectacular when he turns it on. He's a world beater.
Without a doubt. Phil, I mean, it's been not nice, but let's see how he gets on, and let's see how we get on.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Kudus did, he'd done some good stuff for us when he wanted to show up, but ultimately he didn't want to show up fully last season, which is sometimes it's going to be expected with certain players. Part of me feels like he could actually be all right with Spurs, but I want him to fail. But yeah, no, he's not our player anymore. Don't really care too much about him anymore. And now we've got Callum Wilson to look forward to.
Yeah, absolutely. And we've got Callum Wilson who will pull up in the warm up at Sunderland in less than 2 weeks. We've got another guest joining us, Miss Hammer. Thank you very much indeed for being with us. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. I just popped on just before I go out, Jake, just to say happy early birthday and everything, and hope you have a good 18th.
No, thank you very much. Thank you very much indeed.
No problem.
Yeah.
The day we say.
Well, I mean, to be fair, haven't you all felt a little bit, sentimental here? You've seen me grow. Nigel, you've seen me grow from a
sentimental. I mean, I've gone a little bit mental coming on the shows, to be fair.
Well, honestly, you've always got to find a way to reduce it down, haven't you? Always got to find a way to reduce it down. I mean, Phil, come on, you can.
Oh no, you're getting above your station, mate. Do you know what I mean? You'll be talking about how people recognising that you were concerts and all that.
Well,
yeah.
Well, don't come up and say, "Are you the Jake?"
Yeah, you'll be signing autographs soon, JK.
Did I tell you?
What about that?
Did I tell you that some bloke at the Oasis concert did recognise me and did want a picture of me? That did happen.
Oh, that's awesome.
I don't believe that.
He served
you don't believe it, Sean?
He said, "Ain't you that bloke that give me that dodgy sausage roll in Greg's?"
Hey, Sean, there he is.
Okay.
Is that a real person?
That is a real person.
He just randomly selected something, mate. If I give you a score, no, actually, he wouldn't have given him any money, but he said something. He said, "Oh, mate, can you just do this picture, but like pretend you're a fan or something?"
Lifetime guarantee on sausage rolls at Greg's.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was even telling his mate about me. That's how, you know. He was.
He
Even
must
Has he
have been
subscribed?
one of my
Has he
shows
It
or
took all
something.
about 10 seconds to tell him all about him.
You need to make sure he's subscribed, Jake. That's what you
he
needed to
was
do.
subscribed. He said. He
Oh,
said,
good, good.
yeah. He said he was subscribed. Yeah, and he watches the vlogs. Yeah,
Good.
An
Glad
avid
to hear.
fan. An avid
Good.
fan. But Phil, I
Right.
mean,
Well,
you must
listen,
have something
I'm
to
going to
say.
skedaddle.
Thank you very much.
I'll see you later. All right.
Thanks for joining us. Cheers. Right, Phil, you must have something. No one said anything nice to me yet. Well, apart actually, Tracy and Ian said some very nice things. But have you got anything complimentary to say about this YouTube channel at all?
You bought me a coffee once in the club shop.
Did I?
Yeah, you did. Very kind of you.
I can't actually remember that.
It
yes,
was
like downstairs in that cafe.
Downstairs.
Yes,
That's right.
Yeah.
Yes.
He bought me a beer once. And
I bought you a beer once. I tell you what, and I think I've got a picture of it.
They tell you about it every show.
There it is. There it is. I bought you a beer. Yeah. That is the beer that I bought you. Yeah. I didn't try
Jake,
it.
let's get back on track for next season. What are you thinking?
Not too much. I think we're going to be in trouble.
Trouble in what sense?
Well, I mean, I don't think it's going to be. I don't know. I don't think we're going to be in severe trouble of going down. But it's not going to be.
I know it's tricky with like PSR and what window you can spend money and all that. But that kudos money, have you got that this window or?
Oh well, I don't think so. I think it's in installments, and we've received some of it, but not all of it. I mean, by all accounts, it doesn't seem like we've got a hell of a lot of money. I.e., the Callum Wilson signing screams we haven't got much money. To be totally honest, I mean, Phil, we would need a midfielder before we go anywhere. Really, a midfielder, a goalkeeper, and then a striker.
Well, they'll assume that the striker position's now filled now with Callum Wilson, but. You know, jury's out on that one. Midfield wise, you know, it's a big time for people like Freddie, Potts, and George Murphy to step up, see if they can cut the mustard in the Premier League properly. But most likely, midfielder signing possibly could happen is Ramsey from Aston Villa. So we'll see how that folds over the next week or two.
That'd be good signing.
Good player.
Yeah, you know, decent age. He's got some sort of potential.
Douglas Luiz, find me.
Oh yeah, Douglas Luiz.
Yeah.
If you can get Douglas Luiz on loan and Ramsey buy, that's a good window.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I think it is anyway.
That's two quality players through the door. You did basically. It's just Nigel that hasn't said anything nice about me. So, so Nigel, it's down to you to say something nice because, to be fair, you're actually the only one that hasn't. So are you just waiting for the end? Are you waiting for the end?
I struggle to find it. Do you know what I mean? Find anything to say, really, to be fair.
Yeah. Sean's had like quite a few beers and now he's having another beer because I just saw a Stella can there. So Sean, are you in need of more beer?
I've been at a barbecue, mate. I've rushed back and I've left on my closest friends to come back here for this show. So
wow.
That's a good compliment.
Is the barbecue next door?
It is literally about a 30-second walk on the same estate.
See, honestly, that was such a nice thing. Why didn't you just say it was a 10-minute drive away?
Well, I'm not a liar. I always keep my word.
You do. Well, I thank you very much for coming back. So, how many beers have you had today, Sean? It's a bit hot again. Open the door.
I'm not going to lie. I've had five beers, but I had about 10 vodka jellies.
Oh.
So I got fed these vodka jellies and now on a bit of a wobble.
A bit of a wobble. But you're holding it together, you know.
My plan was to go upstairs, put my Tottenham Europa League winners shirt on, but I didn't have time.
Two trophies. What's going on there? 7, 8. They got 2 bits of silverware in a month.
Yeah. You got you beat Arsenal trophy. What was that?
Did you spot the Arsenal meltdown when we beat them in a friendly?
I was at work and all Arsenal fans. And they was all watching it on their phones. So I had a hell of a day there.
There's well, me and Jake have chatted years about they're just something else. you know what I mean? They're even analysing that one of their players might have been fouled for the lead up to the goal. Like it even mattered or anyone cared. They are something else. They've overtook Liverpool fans in the last couple of years for just being just mental. It's like I find it almost a shame because back in the day when I was growing up, Arsenal were almost known as like one of the posh sort of clubs, Highbury, sort of very well respected. But they've developed this sort of social media sort of fan base, which is it's just sent them into a different sort of stratosphere. I don't know what's going on.
There we go. Sean is very not happy about their fan base. Right, there's something. That photo needs printing on. Why don't we make some T-shirts with that photo on it, Nigel? Would you buy one of them? Would you have one of them?
Fat in that, mate.
Oh dear. Yeah.
All right, Jake, I'm on 2% battery here, buddy. I'm gonna have to shoot off.
All right. Thank you very much for coming.
It's been a pleasure to come on for your birthday show.
That's all right, and I'll see you when the Premier League starts in a couple of weeks.
We will chat soon. Have a good evening, gentlemen.
See
you later.
What is a vodka jelly? I didn't want to ask him, but what is a vodka jelly? It's an actual jelly.
Vodka.
Yeah, I know that, but is it like not just a drink? Is it actual? You got to eat it. Like...
Well,
yeah, it's a Jello shot, isn't it? I've never tried one, but I've never tried one, but I know of it.
You gotta try one now. You're 18, Jake.
Exactly. Well, it certainly had an effect, that's for sure.
Yeah, depends how much vodka is in it.
There's going on now, isn't there?
Yeah, but to be fair to him, he held it together and had some informed football conversation there, which I didn't expect was going to happen after the first 30 seconds. But there we go.
Do you know what? What's going on with the instalment thing with Kudos? Because if they're paying for Kudos in instalments, why have they bought Kobe Maynard? Is it they bought him in instalments as well? Is it like I purchasing all the players now?
I don't know. I mean, I think I read we get like 30 million up front, and then the rest of it's in instalments, and it's just unhelpful, isn't it? Because people go right.
Why aren't we buying players in instalments?
Exactly. We seem to be paying it all up front for these players. So people go right. We've got 60 million from the Kudus deal. Let's go and buy 2 players. It doesn't work like that. Like it just doesn't. We haven't got that money. We still this year we've had to pay off some part of the deal for Nikola Vlasic. Who remembers him?
Oh yes,
right. And we've had to pay that off this season because we didn't pay it at the time because Russia were under all these embargoes because of bloody the war. So now we've had to pay it this season. Nikola Vlasic, who remembers him? Oh.
I don't think we don't. We don't run football clubs, and we do sit here a lot of the time and criticise. Where's all the money gone and all that? But unless you're you're the accountants for West Ham, you're not going to know. And I should imagine, it's a horrendous thing to do to run the finances for a football club, a Premier League club,
especially when David Sullivan's in charge.
Well, you don't know. For all we know, he could be losing money. You don't know, do you? It's all very well criticising David. I've actually been I've been in corporate and I've sat with his son and stuff like that.
Oh, here we go. Watch him drop some names now.
No, I have sat with him, and I've spoke with people, and we don't know how the football club runs. We think we do, but we don't, do we? We don't know where the money goes. We don't know how much this is, how much that is. But we're all very quick to say, "Where's all that money gone?" And probably if someone sat us down and said, "Well, we'd probably like wind our necks in a bit." Do you know what I mean? But we're not, but on paper, I think when you read statistically on paper, we're actually quite a wealthy club. We're not a poor club.
I mean, there's been this whole 20, story. Top 20 richest clubs in the world. I mean, there's been this whole story about we've had this loan to pay back to Barclays, and we're paying all this, and Michael's put it in the chat about we had this big loan that we had to pay back, and we didn't have any money and all the rest of it. I mean, we don't know how football clubs are run. Are the books really balanced at any point ever? I don't know. But I mean, we've got money coming out here, there, and everywhere. We don't know where it's coming in. We don't know how much we've got. I mean, it makes me laugh when people go, right, we've got, and they like magic out of the air, right, we've got 80 million to spend this summer, and they make a list of how much we think we can get players for, and who we're going to get. I mean, because we haven't got a clue, Phil, in reality. I mean, we know there or thereabouts. I mean, we know we're not going to go sign 350 million pound players in the remaining month of this window. We know that pretty certain. But people that go out and say, yeah, we've got this amount of money. I mean, there's only really a few select people that know how much money we've actually got to spend.
Yeah, I think it's sort of like when, certain owners or chairmen, they've got like their own personal wealth as well. You think
Yeah.
that's how much we can spend.
How much
I
are they
remember
willing to put into it? Yeah.
How much would you
Yeah.
be happy with if you owned West Ham
Yeah.
United Football Club
Yeah.
and you're a millionaire or whatever? How much profit would you want? I mean, if you was
Exactly.
really invested in the club and you supported the club and that, how much money would you be happy with making a year?
That's right. It's
Maybe
you look at
it's worth a
certain
pack of
clubs.
Galaxy minstrels.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
Or
They're
get the
very
Lidl
nice, though.
brand.
Yeah,
Come on.
exactly. Oh, Nigel, what are you doing?
That's all right. I can hear scratching outside.
Okay.
The rats are getting in.
Nigel is the manager of the care home. He's nearly in the care home. But
You know what? Actually, it's not a care home.
what is it then? It's a retirement village. It's a care home.
Village, and do you know what? I don't actually do any work here. Una runs it.
What do you do then?
I'll go to work, Jake. I've gone back
right.
to full time refurbishing buildings, and doing loads of other stuff, just a lot more random stuff with the birds, bit of film work and stuff. So
I just like to say that's actual birds he's talking about, like ones that like go like that. Like it's just
birds, like feathered ones,
Yeah, like that. Yeah. So just so we weren't,
Oh yeah. So
flying anything else, doing work with the birds.
Yeah, but it's actually an eye opener. To be fair, we've got a few football fans here. We've got one. One supports Tottenham. Obviously, I'm giving it to them every day. There's one who supports Tottenham. We've got a guy who supports Palace. Another one supports Charlton.
Okay.
It's a bit of a laugh, do you know what I mean? But the great thing is, we sold our house and everything, so we've got a big chunk of money, and we live here for nothing. And it's right in the middle of Kent countryside. It's beautiful. So
Nice.
And it's a result. So I have the life of Riley, basically.
So basically, you have the best of both worlds, then, really.
Absolutely. I pick and choose when I want to go to work. So I've always done that anyway, to be fair.
Honestly, it makes him out like he's a flipping millionaire. Like,
nah, not
sat
quite.
there in his office.
Not quite.
Sat there on that whiteboard behind him. He's got all of his.
That's not my whiteboard, actually. That's the wife's. I've got my bit was there, which has got all my football shirts. People can see that.
Classic. So what are our expectations for next season? And Phil, ideally, what are you hoping for?
I think we've got to go for a top 10 finish, really. Have a bit of stability, play some form of entertaining football, keep clean sheets. If we can push for Europe, that is a bonus, but it's all about progression, really. We just want to get that identity back. That's basically it. Yeah,
absolutely. And Nigel, before I let you guys go, what is your ideal? If I were to give you something now at the end of May, what would you be happy with?
I'd like
survival.
I know that we're going to finish in the bottom half of the table. I just know it, but to get in Europe again would be, for me, would be amazing, because obviously, I can go to the games. I've got the time and stuff, and I mean, the 3 years we had was probably some of the best times I've had watching West Ham. I've been supporting them since I was 7, and to do the 3 months in the 3 years in Europe and go to the games, and all the European games abroad, and that was like, I'd never done it before. Do you know what I mean? So it was phenomenal, and just to get that again, that's what I would love to see. But again, I'm a realist, and I think, like you say, getting in the top 10 would be an achievement. Yeah. What we've seen last season and what we're looking at in pre-season. So yeah, there you go.
We will see. Gents, thank you very much indeed for joining me. I will see. Nigel, are you going now to go and do some work, or?
No, not really. Might take my books out Well, I don't know what to do, actually. I'm a bit bored today.
Well, I will see you in gorgeous Sunderland.
You will.
2 weeks.
I'm looking forward to it. Last time I went there to Sunderland, I've actually been to the stadium a lot. I've been to Roker Park a few times, but I've not been to the stadium of light.
Yeah, we are flying from Bristol. We are taking the easy route.
Nice.
I'm staying with my mate who's actually a Newcastle fan.
Oh right. Oh, so he'll be willing you on as well. But no, thank you very much, guys, for joining us. I will speak to you both very soon.
Cheers, Jake.
See you later, Jake.
Thank you very much indeed. Right, that is too zoomed in. Let's go like that. Right, before we crack on, let's take some comments and see who we have. European. I mean, Sunderland away. It feels European, doesn't it? It is that far away, and then we are not driving all the way up there. Right, my next guest, all the way over in the States, Katie. Thank you very much for joining me. How are you?
Good. How are you? Happy birthday.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Have you got to any of the football over there?
I did.
Yeah?
Yes, I went to MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, not too far from Philadelphia, as you know. Tried to get up to Chicago. I unfortunately couldn't make it, but I did go to Smithfield Hall in New York to watch the game with everyone in Chicago. So got to see that as well. I'm very excited for the season and excited to see you all again.
No, definitely. I mean, what was your sense going to the game? What was that sort of experience like over there? Did it feel optimistic?
Yeah, everyone is extremely optimistic, as we always are at the beginning of the season. Energy was high. Super excited to have the lads over here on the other side of the pond. Just makes it so surreal to have them play where, right outside of where we all grew up. It's just exciting to see them here and have that energy, and everyone cheering and chanting the whole game is definitely, an amazing experience to have everyone around you that is West Ham fans in the West Ham section. So it's an amazing experience to have them over here in the States. We're not as lucky to see them every week as you guys are.
Yeah, no, and I think that's brilliant. And the videos that I've seen in the reach of West Ham, and we sit here and go, little old West Ham. And you go over there, and there's like hundreds of Americans there standing up singing on Forever and Bubbles, and I'm like, what on earth? Like, how has that happened? And it's the reach, and we've got to do these tours to Australia last year and America this year to get a global reach and establish something in the fan base. And it's great for you guys over there.
Yeah, and I'm really excited that we haven't sold to any American owners. I know the ownership is always a big point of contention for us, but to see Bournemouth play and sing West Virginia as their song in person, it's not okay. So I'm so happy that we've continued to have ownership stay and remain in England.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Katie, I won't keep you, but thank you very much indeed for joining me. It's great to see you.
Absolutely. Great to see you. I hope to be back soon.
Thank you very much.
Happy birthday.
Cheers. Thank you. Thank you. That is still zoomed in. How do I stop that? Anyway, we will move on. And my next guest, Steve, thank you very much indeed for joining me. How are you?
I'm fine, thanks, Jake. Happy birthday.
For Monday, yes, thank you.
Who would have thought it? Who would have thought it? When you started this, you would actually still be doing it all these years later.
Exactly. And it's gone from rank amateurish to mediocre amateurish. I mean, what about that?
No, you can't say that. You can't say that. It's it was rusty and wobbly in the beginning, but let's face it, it isn't everything. And you've matured and got yourself a good gig. So congratulations.
No, thank you very much. It's been quite the journey, and I don't like looking back at those old videos because it makes me a bit squeamish, to be totally honest. But it's good to see from where we were to where we are. There, of course,
you wait till you're in your 50s and you start looking back at those videos. It'll be yeah.
Well, that's the thing, with with the technology of the day, is that'll be available when I'm 50, 60, when I'm like 80, be able to look back and see videos of me when I was like
There'll
40.
be no hiding place. Absolutely no hiding place.
and you say that rather ominously, as if it's really not a good idea.
You know, I'm only, yeah. I mean, the one thing I have on my side is experience, I suppose. But yeah, there's no hiding place. So, but no, good to see you still going strong. Good to see you've still got a good fan base. So great, well done, congratulations.
No, thank you very much.
Can't make it on Monday night, but I do hope that you will be sensible, because let's face it, you're on home turf, and
exactly.
You know, it's the old adage, isn't it? You don't do on your doorstep, do you? So behave yourself.
And it is a Monday night, so I'm not expecting many people to be, you know, to be gallivanting around, meandering around the sun in Bruton, to be totally honest. But but there might be a few stragglers about to enhance the atmosphere of it. But now I will be sensible as the arch, you know, sensibleness that I am.
Well, you know, Bruton's the entertainment mecca of the Western world, according to the papers. So who knows?
No, exactly. You know, I mean, you hear all these people come down from London, right?
Perhaps George will pop in and give you a drink or two.
Exactly. I was just going to say, you know, the famous former Chancellor of this country, George Osborne, Aaron Taylor Johnson lives just down the road. I mean, it's the place to be, Bruton. I'm telling you, like people may say they're moving for the escape from London, and they're moving for the gorgeous countryside, but they're moving to see me, really. I mean, let's be totally honest.
Yeah. Got to be close to their hero, you see. That's what it is.
Well, exactly. Yeah, you know, when Aaron Taylor Johnson, probably the next James Bond, was looking round, and he was like, "Yeah, it's okay," and they told him that I lived here, and that was the pull factor. Like got him here straight away. It was like, brilliant. Where do I sign?
You've added at least 50,000 to the house, every house price in Bruton. Well done.
Yeah. I mean, all joking aside, of course. Well, I mean, one thing I would like to ask you, as a referee. A dreaded referee. Have you been glad to see the prominence in the sort of coverage of referees and decisions just die down a little bit in the last 6 months? Because we got to a point where literally every decision was being like covered on every like Sky Sports every night would be, what decision are they talking about now? It seems like it's died down a little bit and the prominence has been taken away, whether that's because there's been less bad decisions or whether people have become less obsessed by it. It seemed like it was getting a bit out of hand, and because we need to get referees into the game, otherwise we don't have a game to start with, do we?
No, we don't. It's interesting, because what I'd like to see is more accountability from referees, really, because let's face it, if a player makes drops a wicket, he'll get dropped next week, and we know he's been dropped, or you know, there'll be some, you know, we hear about goalkeepers all the time and they're dropped and we're bringing somebody else in, and you hear all of that, but it's like a veil of secrecy around refereeing, and I think it's a bad thing. And if you know, the powers that be come out and say, oh, you know, that referee had a bad game and he made a mistake, and because of that he's doing this, it would be much better for the general fans to know that there's some accountability, because I actually think the standard of refereeing is the worst it's been in senior leagues for many years. I think there's inconsistency. I think the general application of law, certainly around physical challenges, is way too inconsistent. And let's stop all this nonsense with, I'm not going to put the flag up because you're offside. That's just, we've already had 2 incidents, I think, last year where players were injured because of it.
That's bad.
That's too many. And the referee's primary responsibility is safety of the players. So why would you not put a flag up? Because it's all going to be checked anyway.
Yeah.
If you don't want to put the flag up, take the assistants away. Don't have them. Don't need them. We don't need any referees. Stick them in the VAR and let 3 of the VAR people referee 3 other games. And, you know, we've increased our pool of referees. You can't have both angles going.
Absolutely. No, I agree 100%. It just seems like the responsibility and everything that assistant referees and linesmen do seems to be stripped away by the season. I mean, I can understand the sentiment of it is that if it's close and he puts a flag up and it wasn't, then they've denied an opportunity for an attacking team to go for. But if it's so obvious that everyone's like, that's offside, if he's like 5 yards offside, put the flag up.
Yeah. I can understand the close calls, and the close calls will be scrutinised. Unless it's a bit like the line judges at Wimbledon, isn't it? Line judges at Wimbledon. You had Hawkeye, and they could challenge the calls. And how many times were they actually wrong, considering how many judgments they made? And now what they've done is they've taken them away completely, and all they're showing now is that Hawkeye said it was out. So they're showing the video that Hawkeye said it was out. That doesn't necessarily mean it was. Do you know what I mean? I don't think technology has quite yet, all this semi-automated offside. What the hell does that mean? I've got no idea. It's either automated or it's not. You can't be semi-automated. That's like having one arm that goes up and down and the other one doesn't. It's a bit of a nonsense, isn't it? Really. And I think we're rushing down the technology route and making a horlicks of it. And whilst on the subject, I think the women's Euros, the refereeing was atrocious. And Stephanie Frappart and people like that, who are genuinely usually good referees, must have been given some really crappy instructions from the organising committee as to how they should referee games, because it was a poor. I saw one decent game being refereed in that whole tournament from what I watched, and it was just appalling.
And now, Steve, tell me what you really think. Very good. I like your passion.
I'll always come on and I speak from, shoot from the hip sort of thing, because I just feel that this is the sort of it doesn't matter whether I'm talking about Chelsea or whether I'm talking about refereeing. If you're not honest about what you're saying, then why bother opening your mouth, really?
Very true. And just before I let you go, we've got a question in now. I've seen this locally actually last week when I was at a game. What do you think about keepers having 8 seconds to release the ball? And at a local game at Wincanton on Tuesday, the referee was physically counting down. He was like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and was like shouting it out. First of all, do you think they do it, and do you think they'll continue to enforce it? That's it.
To answer the second part of your question, the answer will be no, because they get bored, because that's always what happens. If you remember the professional foul, as it was called at the time, coming in, that was enforced like to the nth degree, and then nobody did it, and then it's all come back in again. And now a professional foul, you can take somebody out on the halfway line, but because it wasn't a goal scoring opportunity, it's a yellow card. But going back to the 8-second rule, I can understand why they've done it. I think 8 seconds was an odd figure. I think 10 would have been better because it gives I've refereed 2 friendlies already, and I've just said to the keepers, what you've got to remember is that if you catch the ball and fall on it, your 8 seconds has started, because that's what the law says. It's when the ball is in your possession between either your hands or your body and another surface, i.e. the ground. And the 8 seconds start. And the law also says that the referee must count down the last 5 seconds and audibly do it. So the referee you saw was doing the right thing. I don't think it's going to work, because there's also the other thing is, are you really going to give a corner when the guy is 3-1 down? He wants to take a breather, and he's been battered, and he's just saved God knows what. Are you going to really beat the guy while he's down and give a corner against him because he's taken 9 seconds? I don't think so.
No, that's very true. No, absolutely. I do agree. Steve, thank you very much indeed.
Just one thing, you'll see, local football, they've also introduced the latest let's create a meme and take the mick out of referees. I don't know if you've heard about it. It's called an enforcement zone.
Oh, I think I have seen something about it. Yeah.
So if the referee decides to do that and then that, no player is allowed within 4 meters of the referee.
What?
And the law, I believe, says it's a mandatory yellow card if anybody enters that exclusion zone.
Ridiculous.
So that could either be completely ignored or utter chaos, because you can imagine 5 players running at you, 5 yellow cards, and then they run away and run back again, and another 5 yellow cards. So that's not good. So that's those are the 2 big rule changes that you might see at local football. Probably not about in the Premiership, because they wouldn't enforce it anyway, because they're not bothered.
Bonkers. That's bonkers. Steve, thank you very much indeed for joining me. I'll speak to you soon.
Have a great night on Monday.
Thank you, will do. Right, my next guest. Right, we're talking about goalkeepers. I mean, I wasn't actually going to say something until you turned your camera off, and it actually reminded me of what happened. Luke, thank you very much for joining me. How are you, mate?
Good segue, isn't it? Good way to bring me in. How you doing, mate? All right?
I'm not bad. I'm not bad at all. Do you know what? You took your camera off, and I internally laughed to myself because all of those memories just came back.
The plan worked. Plan worked perfectly, didn't it? Happy birthday for Monday, by the way. Don't anywhere near 18. That's a good thing or bad thing, but you definitely need to bring your ID out with you when you go out for your first time.
I will be there, that's for sure. Well, I mean, to be fair, we had our prom last week, and I won last month, sorry, and I won most likely to be ID'd at 40. That was the prize that I won.
It's not a bad thing, mate. It's a gift, not a curse. So
exactly,
all right there, mate.
Exactly. Well, mate, yeah, maybe that is a good thing. I mean, fresh faced, look young.
Yeah, wet behind the ears, all that sort of stuff. Yeah. Good man.
I do like it, and of course,
although West Ham's probably aged you quite a few
well,
years.
exactly. Yeah, I reckon give it like 5 years, and it'll be all great. Well, it'll all be gone. And
you're doing well at 18, mate. To be fair, unless there's grey hairs I can't see on the camera, but you're doing well, mate. You're doing very well. We all like to be fair.
But well, I mean, to be fair, you saw me at the very start. Blimey, poor thing. I mean, we've been talking about like a period of time, and it was 5 years ago. Wow,
it's mad. It's mad. I remember you. I remember I think I don't know. I think at the time when you come on, you let's do the old Micah Richards burst onto the scene.
Yeah.
I think we were surprised someone your age was doing it, and mate, credit to you. You've stuck at it, and it ain't just been a flash in the pan thing or a phase. You've really stuck at it. I don't know if you're getting paid for it now. I don't know that much about your situation, but well done for doing it so young. Well done for keep doing it, because it ain't easy. I've spoken to other people who've got their own channels, and it's like a second job you don't get paid for, and it ain't enough to quit your job either. So well done. I'm busy all the time these days, so I don't get a chance to watch many channels, but when I do, but yeah, hope you're doing really well with it, and yeah, like everyone else, it ain't the easiest thing to talk about, especially when you lose most weeks. So credit to you, fella. Keep it up.
No, thank you. Yeah, it can be frustrating sometimes. You just get back in the car and we've lost 3-0, or we've lost 4 on a bounce, and it's a wet November night. But no, I mean, I think back then, I mean, I was saying back then, it was literally 5 years ago. But there was like quite a small amount of channels. And I mean, now there's so many, it's like expanded.
I think COVID was a part of that, wasn't it?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think when I came into it, there was West Ham Fan TV, there was Hammers Chat, there was whatever it was called at the time, Irons United. There were those big three, and there were a couple of others, but there were, and then Russ came in with my Hammers 11. Obviously, that all came together, but in and around that time, that was it. And I came along, and yeah, I mean, I'm not going to say I burst onto the scene, but I'll tell you what, one thing I'll never forget is being so bloody nervous coming onto that first show. I think it was like the build-up show to some, I think it was against Man City or something. And luckily it was a 12:30 kickoff, and I think you were on there with Anton and Stel. And luckily it was a 12:30 kickoff, so it was early, get out of the way. And it was like 11:30 I was on or something, and like for about half an hour before I was sat here, I was like, Jesus Christ, like, what am I going to say? What am I going to do? And I had loads of people watching it, and I got loads of people to watch it, go, oh yeah, look, I'm going to be on there, and all the rest of it. And yeah, not really looked back since.
No, to be fair, I've heard some people take it, some people don't. I think what happens is sometimes is when you, especially as a lot of these videos are rant videos, when you go on and when you record a post-match review, you're ranting, so you're already angry, you don't really care about the nervousness, you just want to get your opinion out there. But obviously when it's a bit more dulled down, you're talking about an upcoming game or something like that, it does change. It can be nerve-wracking. I'll get a shout out to him, because I was the same as you. I was very apprehensive and didn't really want to do YouTube, and then Anton convinced me to just chuck myself on there and see how I felt after about 5 minutes, and I haven't looked back. Obviously I got my own channel or anything, I'm a guest, but it's but I don't know, you kind of get used to that after a while. Like once you've done it a couple of times, you get used to the how can I put it, the setup, And you kind of, once you start doing it yourself, which obviously you'll know more about than me, it does not get, it's not get easy, but you get used to kind of how you're going to approach it and stuff. But I imagine it does anyway.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, I mean, to be fair, it's just like anything. Like you do it the first time, it's like an alien thing, and like I was sat there and I was doing it on my phone. It's just this like tiny little screen, and there's just this tiny picture of me, and there's other people. And I'm like, wow, this is like people can watch this on their TV. Like,
Mate, I've had that as well when I was back on your videos, and it does make you wonder. But no, like I said, you know, you've gone from strength to strength. So first from being nervous to being what we call you, a YouTube veteran by now.
Blimey, that's the first time I've been called a veteran. Not sure how I take to that, but yeah, I suppose.
Professional, let's say professional.
Professional, yeah, that's a better one.
Yeah, we'll do that one.
But yeah, but no, I mean, to do it for a long time, I mean, yeah, I get paid not a lot. It's you know, it's nothing.
Don't tell me. Don't to reveal it online and then get sorted for something. Don't worry about that. It's fine.
No, but I mean, there's something there, and you know, there is for most, and it helps. And to be fair, if I'm honest, it covers the StreamYard and.
Well, it'll go from the pocket money to the beer money now, won't it?
Well, very true.
You know, after a 3-0 loss or something, you can go to the pub now rather than go home and stick your face on YouTube. So you know, there are positives that come from turning 18. That's probably.
Yeah, absolutely, and you know, it could bring it could bring more joy to really bad days, and I think I might find out as I sit in the airport ready to fly home from Sunderland in 2 weeks' time.
You're well done for doing that, because that takes graft. That really does take graft. I mean, there's a part of me that would like to do it. And in my head, it sounds like a good idea, home and away. But especially given that you don't live quite close to the ground either, it's a trek.
It is a trek.
Putting more away games that are closer to you than home games. So you and anyone else that does it, fair play to you, because it ain't easy and costs a lot of money. And I'm sure there's many games where you sit there going, why the hell did I bother making the journey up here? And you know, it's hard. It's hard being a fan. So it's like a second job. Not only is the YouTube stuff hard, being a fan itself is like a second job, as a chore sometimes. So it's one of those ones, mate. You'll know more about it than I will.
Do you know what? Sometimes, I mean, it's only really the midweek games I stand there and go, "Why the hell am I here?" Like, sometimes, like, I don't think I've ever had it on a Saturday. Maybe on a Sunday I've had it before, but like Saturday, everyone seems a little bit more up for it. If we lose, it's like, "Oh well, still got Sunday."
Yeah. There's an next day.
It's like a Tuesday or Wednesday night. I remember when we had Liverpool in the cup under Moyes, and we went there and lost 5-0. And I was stood there and I looked at my phone, and it was 25-10 on a Wednesday night, and we were 4-0 down, and it was raining and it was cold, and it was 21st of December. I was like, oh.
They'll have worked for this as well, so that was great.
Yeah, but it is what it is. We balance it out, sort of. Sometimes good days, bad days, isn't it? But yeah, well, I mean, people do this differently. I'm a lot more laid back than I used to be. Like we have more of a chat like this more than anything, and I think people like that a bit more. Like you can go ultra professional, but then you can sort of lose people in it by trying to set it up as a show like the BBC or whatever. Like you just got to have a bit of personality in it as well. You've got to have that laugh and banter in it in between, and that's what makes these shows. And that's what, you know, when we used to go on there back in the day, that I say it as if it was like 15 years ago, but it wasn't. But it's like the banter of it that makes it. And I mean, you've got to have a laugh doing this, because we lose most weeks, otherwise it gets really boring. And you know, some people like a good rant.
Yeah, I must admit, I'm you know, you have to treat it like a bit of a, you know, pub banter session. You know, just be raw, but I mean, I've taken my fair share of
abuse,
shit over the years. I don't know if I can swear on there, but you know, I've had many nicknames, and they continue to grow. But it's all in good faith and good heart, I hope. But yeah. You don't want to be ultra professional. You want to, you know, people come on YouTube for a reason, because they want to like resonate with what the other person is saying. If you're just sitting there with someone who's just almost like reading up a transcript, then it don't help. And we're football fans at heart, so everything comes, you know, it's unprepared, it's not scripted, and you do, you know. There's probably times you react to a video, and then a few days later you might think, I should have done that, but it's all natural and it's all raw, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. And you know, sometimes you step over the line, and sometimes you think you've done it wrong. I've sat back sometimes when I probably shouldn't have said that, or I don't know why I said that, or I don't know why I did that video. Like if I'm absolutely seething, I mean, I very rarely do proper rant videos where I go for it. But I think I've done 3 or 4 in the last 5 years, whatever it is, and I've done when I've properly gone for it, and I've sat down before and I went, you know what, I'm gonna have a good go at it. Like, but like some people like to do that more often. Some people try and stay on the side of positivity, and that's what I try and do, because if you get dumbed down in negativity and all the rest of it, I mean, it's just West Ham at the end of the day, isn't it? You can't let it consume your whole life. But it is what it is. But yeah, no, it was nice because, you know, for the first few times I go on there 5 years ago to here we are now, it's pretty nuts, isn't it?
It is. It's mad, but it just shows you've been good enough to keep it going, and it's grown exponentially. And you know, you got a few more shirts, I'm sure, to put in the background there, and a few more pictures. Hopefully, some more trophies come. I'm not sure we will ever get a trophy while I'm alive, but I've seen one now, so
you've seen one.
I'm happy there. I can't be too greedy. I don't support West Ham win trophies, do I? Let's be honest. You'll grow. I mean, I don't know how many subscribers you've got now. I haven't checked your channel in a little while, but. It's on
just over 36,000. Yeah.
Jesus, well done, man. Well done. I can't. That's blowing out the water, mate. Well done. It's that's work hard pays off, as they say. So
it does. It's a lot of hard work, and people who do it know that. But I wouldn't do it if I didn't enjoy it, and that's just. And just that's the reality of it, I enjoy coming up here, and especially as you grow, I mean, you have more banter. Like, I think people back in the day were like scared to have a go at me because I was like 14 and I was like this child. They were like,
yeah, that's a problem in your age. Yeah, let you say what you want and have a go at you.
Yeah, but now people have a go at, like, banter and all the rest of it, and I've got to give it back, which I do give it back, but I've got to take it. It's all that comes with it. But well, to be fair, in the last 2 years, I've ticked 2 things off the bucket list which I never thought I would see, and that's West Ham winning a trophy, and that's the Oasis. So it's been a good 2 years overall. I never thought I'd see those 2 things on my bucket list. I mean, West Ham winning was more shocking.
All I've heard from people recently is I think West Ham winning a trophy was more likely than getting tickets to Oasis, to be fair. He's absolute gold dust. So if we have got, I know someone who has gone and they couldn't believe it. So that's a big bucket list for some people. But it's even more of a bigger bucket list to tick off for us winning the trophy. So I'm hoping it's hope that somehow we should just scrape one, even if it is a Betway Cup or something. But I wouldn't mind seeing a big night in Europe or just an FA Cup, because we're still over.
It would be great to win the FA Cup, wouldn't it? Yeah. It would be great to win the FA Cup.
Who are you blaming for that one?
But no, Luke, thank you very much indeed for popping on tonight. I will speak to you. I'll speak to you in 5 years' time when we've been here for 10 years.
Yeah, no, it's one of those ones, mate. But no, I just want to wish you happy birthday and well done and keep it going and everything. And all the best, mate. Come on your eyes.
Cheers. Come on your eyes. Thanks, Luke. Speak to you soon, mate. Thank you very much indeed. And that is still 2 zoomed in. Thank you very much indeed to everybody for joining us. We're going to wrap things up there. It's just over 2 hours. My target was 2 hours, just over 2 hours. And a heartfelt thank you to everybody who's got involved in the chat tonight, and over the year and over the whole time, because this show and the Christmas show, it's the time where we look back and we reflect and we say thank you. So thank you very much to everybody who puts this on. Thanks to my mum, my dad, and everybody who contributes to this happening. And there's going to be a lot of change over this season. I'm off to uni in September, so there's going to be a lot of change, but hopefully there'll still be the same regular banter between me and the usuals, and we'll try and keep some normality and some regularity to it. But no, love you all. Thank you very much indeed. Drop a like on the video, subscribe to West Ham Official if you are new. 18 on Monday. Wow, it has flown by. And from me, come on your irons, and I'll see you soon right here on West Ham Official. Last few comments. Trev Tube, thank you very much, dude. Happy birthday. Thank you. So we can now make fun of Jake. Well, do it anyway. But yeah, everybody in the chat, thank you very much. From the bottom of my heart, I love doing this, and we love putting it on. So it's nice to see you guys get involved, and you like it as well with the appreciation. So from me, come on your irons, and it is just a short 2 weeks till we start all over again. I'm not quite ready for it, but we start all over again in 2 weeks' time, where we fly from Bristol to Newcastle to go to Sunderland away, and that'll be our first vlog. Nigel's still here, so I'll let Nigel say a word. Nigel,
I forgot.
What? Yeah, you're still here. Yeah.
I'm still here.
I
I
was
was just listening to you rabbiting on, mate. You know what I mean? So.
Oh yeah, rabbiting on, yeah. But yeah, Nigel's such a dedicated fan. He sat here after he's come on and he's watched it all.
Yeah, well, there wasn't nothing else on, mate, to be fair. My missus' friend's there. My missus with her friend in the kitchen, and they're talking women stuff. So,
oh right, so you're camped in the office watching me.
Well, something like that. I thought I'd come on because it was your birthday show. No, how's it going to work when you go to uni, Joe?
It'll work. I've got my own room. Yeah,
you're not sharing with someone.
No.
Imagine if they bunk you up and you're with like a Spurs fan or something.
Oh God, no. So I have my own bathroom and I have my own separate room, but I've got a shared kitchen. So basically, there's like a line of 4 rooms. Then there's a kitchen at the end. So I've got like a shared kitchen and living area, and I've got my own room and bathroom.
Are you going to set a little?
There is a desk, so that's where I'm gonna have to set things up, and I don't know what I'm gonna do. Whether I should take some of these frames with me, or leave them here. I don't know what I'm gonna do. But I've got some more frames down here actually, so I might have a sort out and get a couple more because I've got.
And where is it based? Where's your uni based?
Literally, as you walk up Wembley Way, and as you get to Wembley Steps, there's a road. Chuck a left there. It's about 5 minutes left, and it's literally like 5 minutes.
Right bang in North London.
Yeah. So I've got this here from the bowling, so I'm going to take this up with me. I think I got this at the golf day last year. Actually, yeah, I did. So that's got all the signatures for the players on it. I'm going to take that up along with a few other things and set up a second studio. So when I come home, I've still got my studio here, but then I've got a second one as well. So. It'll all be fine, and you can still take the mick out of me on a weekly basis.
Well, you won't have as far and come to the home games, will you?
Exactly. 40 minutes on the Jubilee line. I'll be there with you.
Yeah, that's not too bad, is it, mate, to be fair?
Yeah, a lot better than 2.5, 3 hours, I tell you.
Yeah, because every game for you is like I was thinking about the other day, because I've got a couple of pals that live down that way as well, and you think the likes of Dodsey and all that come up and.
Well, yeah, exactly. So it's either 2 hours in a car. Yeah, basically.
There ain't that many. Like a lot of the games, the away games that we go to, there ain't many down actually your neck of the woods, is there? Southampton.
I mean, we've just lost Southampton. Yeah, Bournemouth is one, but that's a ball ache for tickets. But that's it, really.
So you'll be better off. So you'll get to more games.
Yeah,
which is a good thing.
Yeah, that is a good thing. So you'll see me more often, and I know you'll love that, won't you?
Good. Yeah, no, it's be all right. Be a laugh. I don't know how I'm feeling about this season. To be fair, I've really missed the football.
Have you? Oh, I haven't. I've loved the break.
No, I have. I've really missed it, and I'm sort of really excited about the season, but I'm not overly excited about the lack of signings. I suppose I say that every year.
You do say that every year, but no. So yeah, I'll see you at Sunderland. Have you got? Surely you've got one. If you were to sum me up in one word, what would it be? A nice word.
I don't know.
Honestly, cannot get the staff.
Yeah. Well, no joke. Tight.
I do the hard yards. I mean, I drive to all the games. I get us there. I plan it. I get the tickets. I mean,
No. We like all joking aside. Like some of the people that have said, about you starting off, in the early days.
Yeah.
Of when you was a kid, and you did. I remember there was a time there where you took a little bit of flack.
Yeah.
Off of people in general are not nice sometimes, and you had to as a kid, that can be crushing sometimes, and you've gone through all of that, and you've come out the other side, and it can only get better. So well done.
That's brilliant. See, we've got something nice out of you. That touched my heart. That did. I feel like I've got a tear in my eye.
Hopefully it'll touch your wallet next time.
See, just always got to bring it back down, haven't you? Always got to bring it back down. But no. Thank you very much. That means a lot. Yeah, I mean, we've had setbacks, we've had hard times, we've took criticism, but what's the point?
But it's the laughs at the games, and when everyone meets up. It's like people say to me, they say, "Oh, what's wrong with you? You go to all the games, and you spend waste all that money." I said, None of that money's ever wasted.
No.
Because it's my hobby.
It's a lifestyle.
It's the most enjoyable. Whether we win, lose, I've got so many. The West Ham away, they're like my family, Jake. When I go there, I'm just like, there's so many friends and stuff like that, and we've always got so much to talk about, and it's a massive journey for everyone that goes. Like I say, like your dad's point there about doing the hard yards, and it is hard and it's expensive. And it takes a lot of dedication, and like going to the games, like you do that channel, I couldn't do it. It'd be too much because of, all what I've got going on, and obviously all the money I've spent following this team, and the time out of work, and and the travelling.
That's a lot.
The Liverpool games at Anfield, when we was getting hammered in the car, when we was all excited. And you get to the ground, and you
get that team lineup.
You see the team, and automatically you're on a downer, and
I'll never forget that.
You're losing,
and
you just get funked, and it ain't fun. But looking back at it, you can laugh about it.
We have a great time. I wouldn't have it any other way. I love it. It's what and it keeps people going. Going to football on a Saturday, it's what people look forward to, and I don't understand people that criticize it and psych it off. I love it. We have a great time. We have a good laugh, and sometimes we win. And if we win, it's a bonus. But otherwise, it's always a good day.
Definitely a bonus when we win.
Yeah, 100%. But hopefully, we will have that bonus when we go to Sunderland in a couple of weeks' time.
Well, have you seen they've spent loads of money?
They've got Xhaka and all sorts.
Wow, Xhaka. Everyone's going on Xhaka. Not all that really, is he? So
I will try and get a Sunderland fan so we can just get a bit of insight for our preview and see.
Do you know what? I have got a Sunderland fan.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I've got a friend who's he's a Falconer, a guy I've known for a long, long time, and he's actually a Sunderland fan. He's on my Facebook, and what I might do is I might try and get him on the show.
That'd be brilliant. Yeah, get a bit of insight. Yeah,
see what he thinks about
yeah,
we'll see if we can do that.
No, that's brilliant. No, we'll see if we do that. Fantastic. So we're getting to that point where we look forward to the start of the new season. But I'm gonna have a nice rest of my weekend. Back to work Tuesday. Nigel, I've worked 41 hours this week, right? Monday to Friday, 41 hours.
I've actually gone back to work, Jake, actually grafting for a living. And in London, funny enough. And
wow.
Spent all this week taking down ceilings and smothered in dust and breathing in loads of crap. So that was my week.
Lovely. Lovely. And we will leave it there. As I said, from the bottom of my heart, thank you very much to everybody involved, whether you've put one comment or you're here every week, whether you come on the show, or whether you just watch silently. We appreciate all of you, and we couldn't do it without you, because I tell you, this StreamYard bill is expensive, so we need people to watch it. But all joking aside, thank you very much from us. Come on, you Irons. We're actually going this time, and we'll see you soon right here on West Ham Unofficial. Thank you very much. Thank you for your birthday wishes, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
See you later.
Thank you, Nigel. See you soon, mate.
That's right.